Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube, join our cult. Hello and welcome to the greatest threesome since Jamie Noble, Nadia, and Billy Gunn. Yeah. That's right, it's time for the Cultaholic Wrestling Weekly Podcast, starring myself, Maffew, Mr. Ross, and once again, Jack is the incredible Jack the Jobber.
Hiya, as guest starring. How are you?
I'm doing great, mate. Doing great. It's been a crap week.
Oh.
Failed me driving test the second time.
Oh, man.
And first time I failed it, my fault completely. Completely take ownership of it. The second time it happened, I'm like, we're driving along a little road, cars on either side parked. Obviously, there's oncoming traffic on the right. I'm like, all right, continue driving. And was a bit tight, admittedly.
Oh, no.
Is this one of those blokey things where you've actually left like scrapes down the side of many cars?
I think
it
so.
It was fine, I made it through fine.
Yeah, get that out. Go on, lick your fingers, give it a wipe, be all right. But about to, and the instructor put their brakes on so they get their side and went, no, we're about to hit that car. And I kind of went, all right, if you say so. And then we got there and got the end. This is 25 minutes into it as well. And it was like, yeah, well, I have to fail you. I'm like, what? I'm like, there was loads of space. Got to fit a jumbo jet there. And no, they disagreed. So then I go, all right, I'm not going to get mad at this. I'll go to the gym, blast my body, take my mind off it. Famous last words, because I ended up doing outdoor body conditioning. And in the very last set, the very last thing, doing side steps, going left and right, rolled off my ankle.
Oh, here we go.
So then we took my mind and body off it. So it's just like, you know, and the PT's like, oh my God, are you all right? I'm like, oh, it's fine. It's just my ankle. Got to stand up full again. All right. Yeah, maybe it is, you know. And they're like, can you get home? I'm like, well, I'm going to have to, aren't I? It's like, so no one can pick you up? He goes, nah, no one likes us. And yeah, so that's been great.
How'd you get home then?
It's hobbled.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Live.
So it's all right. If I don't put any weight on it, I'll be okay.
Well,
it's all right. I'm like, thank God for those frozen peas I had. So it's still bad today. They'll get better though, because it's not bruising, so it's not broken. But you know what? Those two things though combined, if one of those things had happened, I'd be miserable. But if you have two bad things happen within 2 hours of each other, I'm like,
Right, okay. Right.
It's a life tax, Maffew. Just look at it that way. I look at parking fines and stuff like that. It's a life tax. They just happen, don't they?
Pain is weakness leaving the body.
Yes.
I've seen people wear a t-shirt that say that before.
The driving instructor had that t-shirt on. But never mind me. How are you, Jack?
I'm a bit hungover, Maffew. Yeah. Went to the Anarchy Brewery, a wonderful venue. Shout out to Al, who runs it. He's a fan of the channel as well. To watch my mate's band, Home Truths, and what a lovely band they are. And yeah, nice little time. Fun. I'm a bit hungover, but we'll plough through. Ross, how are you?
I'm not too bad. I've just got this song from Assembly in School pulsating through my head this morning. Do you want me to sing it?
I'd like
Join
to
in
hear.
if you know the words.
Wait.
Shalom, shalom, may peace be with you throughout your days. In all that you do, may peace be with you. Shalom, shalom.
That was lovely.
That was in my head this morning for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm glad it's out there now.
Was that your assembly song?
We had many different assembly songs, but that was one of them on the rotation, yeah.
DJ Headmaster on the desk.
Arkiela, Arkiela, Arkie, Marawam, Marawe. A pretty Goomba. Something like that.
Wow.
Do you not remember them ones?
No, we didn't have those.
We had and it's from the old I travel to the new. Keep me travelling along with you. One more step along the world I go.
That's a classic.
Like
That's
a
a
bit
classic.
banger.
She's been married 7 times before. But no, I'm not. We only had the one I did that. Oh, I'll do it again. We gotta have teamwork, working together. We can get the job done right. It's all down to teamwork. No need to fuss or fight. You get those really awkward notes when you're 11.
That Michael rode his boat ashore one. Hallelujah. But I'd seen Ready to Rumble by the time I was in year 5, so I would sing the alternative words, which people may know. Should I do it? Was it too early, young Jamie, to say this on the podcast?
Oh, I don't know what it is.
What are you saying?
Michael found himself a whore.
Oh, no.
A horse? Well, that's great. Well, no.
I think that's on the outtakes of Ready to Rumble when they're in the back of the van with all the nuns.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, great film, Ready to Rumble. Wrestling news, though, we should just say that we fully expect this podcast to go the full 4 hours this week. So if it has or if it hasn't, you know, we don't. What is to come? Who knows? That's the beauty of life, isn't it?
There's been so much.
You don't know what's going to throw at you. Life, eh?
No, it could be any one of the 4 songs in rotation at your school for assembly. You don't know what you're going to get. Well, there's all news to do with a certain big star making his triumphant return after so many years, after teasing him for so long, it's been radio silent. Will he, won't he? And of course, we are referring to Alfred Molina in the Spider-Man trailer. He's back as Doc Ock.
Yay!
I forgot none of you watch that stuff. So
I saw Spider-Man, the one where he shoots the thing at the thing, and it's funny what he does with his hands.
The Spider-Man.
That's funny one, that one. It's got Chad Thingy and Saliva doing the theme tune.
Yeah. I like that. I'm the same. Chad Kroger, Nickelback, and his friend Saliva.
Oh, Hero. No.
Yeah.
Hero can say. Yeah.
In the sea.
Well, Dr. Octopus isn't even a good Spider-Man villain, so...
Is that what you meant by Doc Ock?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm more of a...
The lingo, eh?
We're on
The
first
lingo.
name terms.
more of a Craven the Hunter guy, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
You crave the hunt.
Yeah, and then is one of them just called Mysterio?
Yeah.
But not Ray. Just
Yeah.
Mysterio.
Yes.
With the
It
helmet.
would be good to have Jake Gyllenhaal playing the role of Rey Mysterio.
What do you think of the green ball? Are you looking forward to the green ball? So what's going to happen to the green ball? I saw people saying, wow, the green ball's there. What could that mean? William Dafoe coming back.
That's it. Willem.
Oh,
Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
wait, the Green Goblin?
Yes.
Oh, that's more my
But
speed.
there was a green
of
ball
Spider-Man
there.
bit.
People
There
like,
was. And that is the Green Goblin's little thing.
Oh.
How great would that be? Oh no, old school Doc Ock. Oh no,
Do you know what,
Willem
right?
Dafoe. And then Saliva.
Do you know what, right? It seems like every week Fraser puts a thing in Slack saying, does anyone want to come see the new Marvel film?
Read out that title he
how
put on
many
that.
Marvel films are there
Yeah.
recently?
What did he say
Well,
this
there's been
week?
the actually not very familiar with it.
I'll find it.
The martial arts one.
Yeah, it sounded martial artsy. The title he
Yeah.
put in
I think
on
it's a
Slack this
really-
week.
Man, I'm going past
Really
all of your
old school.
Tesco spam.
Aye, I put a lot of Tesco emojis in the chat yesterday for the daily trip to Tesco, which is the big news. Other news we should say, though, go and watch the punishment video we did with Andrew Hodkinson taking our good friend Beryl / Astolfo on a date, a romantic date at Coop Chicken House in Newcastle upon Tyne. If you want to know what Coop Chicken House looks like, go and watch that video because we do some Rate My Takeaway-esque shooting of Coop Chicken House, and it came out lovely.
If you want to see what Mike, the man behind Coop Chicken, looks like, he's a cool man.
He narrowly missed out on my Hall of Fame nomination this week.
Oh,
Narrowly missed out because he was fantastic in his role as waiter.
Yeah. and we know because me and Fraser and the rest of Cultaholic crew went there before going to NCL.
Did you?
Also at Anarchy Brewery.
Yes.
Starring your mate.
Great venue.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi.
Yes.
That's the film that Fraser's taking people to see. I'm not going. Right, wrestling news probably.
Wrestling news. Sorry, that was only supposed to be a little joke, but then realised you have to explain it. Oh wait, there's the button, the reference button.
Oh, I've not used that for a while.
Yes, CM Punk, the King,
man.
has returned.
I mean, we'll elaborate on it more later on, but what a moment.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just buzzing, man.
Yeah.
It's just. I was sat watching it with Owen. Owen's a little bit younger than me, so he was even more excited because he would have been like
4.
yeah, about 4 when Punk was about. And yeah, it was just class to see him, wasn't it? It was the way they did it. Even Jim Cornette was saying they did it perfectly. And I was like, what's going on here?
That was the best thing about it, just how simplistic it was. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was sat here on the podcast last week going, oh, they should drop hints in with people doing his moves all night long. And nah, it's just bollocks, innit? Just wheel him out there, let the crowd go radio rental, and just have a great time while he's got little teases written on his shoes. Eh? Oh, what could AC mean, eh? Air conditioning?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Adam Cole.
Either or.
He had BW on this week.
he did.
Barry White.
That's it. I'm sick of colour personality. That's it. You're the first. Yay! The only way to make CM Punk better, give him Barry White music.
CM Soul. And stuff.
Oh.
Is Barry White Soul?
he's anything he wants to be.
He is, yeah.
He's my everything. Just established this. Famously sung it. So yeah, CM Punk.
We'll speak about it later in the Rampage
Of course
review.
we will. There's been a lot of wrestling this week, as you'll see in a second. But according to the company, SummerSlam was watched by a 7-figure global audience. That was a 55% increase on 2020's audience and a 29% increase on 2019. The pay-per-views air on Peacock, United States, blah, blah, blah. WWE has touted a sellout crowd of 51,326 for SummerSlam. Although Ariel Hawani is now parroting these numbers, which is very interesting.
He went down in my estimations when he tweeted that, let me tell you. For entertainment purposes, man, Ariel.
Yeah. So we'd just like to point out as Brits, we had 80,000 for 92 in Wembley.
Indoor, Maffew. That's what Ariel left off his first tweet.
Oh.
He forgot to put the word indoor because Wembley is an open stadia.
That's right. And there were actually people buying tickets there. Nothing mentioned about comps. Also, just saying. We've only got one thing. If they get like 90,000 for SummerSlam in 2022, I'll cry. Wrestling Inc. noted a fan who wished to remain anonymous was asked to leave the Capitol Wrestling Center because we believed they were tweeting live spoilers. And there was then some other people going, yes, I was also ejected on Twitter because they were believed to be writing down what was going to be happening because they're doing pre-tapes. And they were removed for potentially being a dirt sheet writer.
A journalist.
This is a rag, brother. This is what that is. Hogan. Was it Hogan? Yeah.
This is a rag.
I was trying to think of maybe the positive way to look at this for WWE's sake, because surely this is like a USA Network thing. Because back in the day when NXT wasn't live but on the network, I can't remember reading reports of people getting ejected for tweeting spoilers. But now it must be a USA Network thing. Surely.
Well, the umming and erring last week was that they've paid for live TV network. And there was that little quote from a website, I can't remember, but it wasn't one of the big ones, so I'm sorry, saying, no, USA Network have paid for a live show, not a tape show. So this combined with this would lead one to go, are they going to just tape it and pretend it's live? One USA Network going, hang on, I've just read on WrestleBollocks.net that was going to, this isn't live at all. Which would be funny if it happened. But it won't happen. Ilya Dragunov revealed he couldn't sleep following WWE NXT TakeOver 36.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Probably because of the welts. I was going to say...
His back was hurting too much.
Because he's used to the UK schedule, so it was very early for him.
Yeah.
It'd be very easy to sleep. God, that was bad. Well done, Maffew. Gangrel has made the news this week because, as we'll see later on, one of the greatest entrances of all time returned on SmackDown and then properly on SummerSlam. Gangrel awkwardly was scheduled for an appearance on AEW Dynamite, coincidentally.
How?
And then cancelled.
Why?
I don't know what he would have done.
Christian.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot about
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
And Kenny did drop the Edge reference as well, thinking, yeah, you think
Oh, you think you know me?
You think we know?
Yeah.
I'll laugh
I'm
at
guessing that's why, anyway. Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I need help. And only one man could help me. Oh, yeah? Who's friends? Jungle Boy, Lucha. Wow.
Oh, that would have been so good.
Jim Ross sharing property of White Wolf Inc. Gangrel.
Would it have been good? Would it have been like who said it was good?
I think it might have been good.
Gangrel beat up Kenny Omega.
Yeah. An Impaler DDT. Bang.
The move that they all stole from him. The Impaler DDT. Oh, it would have been great. But then I think Gangrel, whoa. Yeah, maybe can I not appear on AEW Dynamite?
Young Jamie, while we speak about this, can you just go on the Fangin' and Bangin' YouTube channel and just show me the shot? We'll speak about it. Don't worry about it. There's no pressure because there's a lot of things to take in on Gangrel's podcast in the background, which just the shot of seeing Gangrel there with his fangs on, he was banging into the microphone, but in the back of shot, there's just a lot of stuff going on. And I shared it with the group. Here at Alcoholics Anonymous on Slack yesterday. Said, just look at the back of his shot on his podcast. Go on the video about AEW, please, young Jamie. And then just have a look at the background because there's a lot of things to take in as I continue to try and fill the air.
You're doing such a good job. Let me take over for you. Look at the click in there.
The Edge one. Please, please click on videos.
He's looking for it. It's not coming up.
Have you used YouTube?
It's the second one.
The second one in. Just look at what's going on in this shot. Look, he's got
he's banging.
an aggression CD in the background. Why is he on that?
He's doing his entrance.
Yeah, because
He had nothing to do with that.
No, but they all got them. I
That's
think
cool, keeping all dirty for
What?
mankind.
Whoa.
Right.
There's so much
I know,
going
there's a
on.
lot to take in
that
here
makes
with
our
banging and
podcast
banging
room
with Gangrel.
look like the lightest room ever.
The Miz on Sen.
Whoa.
I assume that might be
Drawing.
part of his brood. I don't know what I'm saying here. Look at all we've got pop thingies. What Miz one there is that with the glasses on? I don't know. A lot of things to take in there, isn't there?
He's a scary man.
I love how much he's into it.
Yeah.
I always love Gangrel.
This is a public invite to Gangrel if you want to come on straight to hell. Someone tweet Gangrel with this because I'll fail. I'll just make a mockery of
Would
myself.
you, I think, right, because of the age that you are, I think you'd be quite nervous for Gangrel. Is he not a bit of a...
I've got over my nerves now.
For anyone?
The last one, no, because Zoom helps a lot.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Having that wall there. They're just a little fake person in a box. It's not even a real human. They're not thinking about me at all. They're not thinking, oh, what a fat idiot.
Oh,
Why the
gosh,
hell am
man.
I here? That's what I think, though, when I was sat there with, like, Melter and stuff. That's what goes through my head.
I think they think I'm really uncool. And then I have to remind myself, well, we're all uncool. We're all well, it's all wrestling.
From their perspective, just looking at you as money bags.
Right, yeah.
Use me to promote your stuff. Abuse me. Do it. I'm here for you. I'm giving my body to you. Use my body to keep you alive. Meow, 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 meow. That's an Edge thing. Any more news?
Hey, on the record. But number 5. Devon Dudley has revealed the guy who appeared in the background of this week's 24/7 Championship skit
man.
on Monday Night Raw was not supposed to be involved. A member of the public genuinely believed Reggie had stolen an ice cream truck. Towards the end of the skit, a man could be seen in the background leaving a nearby camper van and chasing after the ice cream van.
Topless?
I think he had dungaree, like braces on, didn't he, with no shirt? Does that mean me just
No, I think he might
fantasizing
have been. He was going for a certain look. And by God, he pulled it off.
Ramsey Nesbitt.
Yeah.
Devon Dudley said this week we were outside on location and there was a camper there on the side. You can't really tell the person to leave. As we're doing it, Reggie jumps off the ice cream truck, does his flips, jumps at the truck and he starts to leave. The guy comes out the camper. He's got suspenders on, his belly is out. He's barefoot, has no teeth. It's phenomenal. He comes out screaming, "What the hell are you doing? You can't do that. You can't steal that ice cream truck.
Cameron Grant.
That's illegal." He's running after the truck. You can't write this. Tazara and Truth continued their verbiage and what they were saying. We never said cut. We continued to roll until they were done. Once they were done, everyone fell out laughing. Everyone said, we have to put it on the show. Nothing's going to happen. But they redid it, and the take wasn't as good, so they just put the original one in.
Good.
He's framed perfectly as well because he's in between Truth and Tozawa when they're...
Yeah.
Was it Truth and Tozawa? Yeah, when they're shouting at each other. He's like in... I watched it with Fraser next...
It's a natural.
I watched it with Fraser because he sits next to me. And I was like, look, that's a pretty funny little touch they've put on there. And he was like, oh, we didn't have a clue that it was real.
The best 24/7 segment they've done in years.
Yeah.
And it was all live.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Let that be a lesson to you, World Wrestling Entertainment. Just do it like that forever. Just in different places with other humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye.
Get members of the public. Get Reggie to shoot on them. Just brawl for all with Reggie doing flips on them.
I'll just imagine, like, because Reggie, obviously, when he jumps down out the tree onto the top of the thing, there's a trampoline there. So what would the guy can't have seen that part and thinking, oh my God, this is a shoot robbery after his trampoline bit. Or maybe it's just a well-placed plan.
I think if he did see if he saw his second one though, off the flip off the top of the ice cream van in onto the road, which I think he just landed on the road. It was just an amazing job.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah.
I think he must have seen that and thought, not only have I just witnessed a robbery, but a really impressive one as well. He must be like, wow, what a guy! Yeah. I've got to stop him. But fair play
for an autograph.
Goes phone out, trying to ring up. Got with him for Spider-Man. That was a bit of news. There's so much wrestling that's happened this week. We'll shove the rest in as it happens. But it's what we'd plug Gangrel.
Banging.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
Now it's time for everyone's favourite segment, the Hall of Fame. And in condescending order from last week, the noble art of going to a wrestling show. On the week that I went to a wrestling show for the first time in a year and a half, 22%.
You deserve that. You deserve that.
Yeah.
Pandering.
I thought we'd be like, yes, Maffew, we agree. No, we don't agree, Maffew. Wrestling shows suck live. The noble liquid of gravy, 38%.
Nice.
But, of course, Who are we trying to defeat here? Who are we kidding ourselves? Ross's SummerSlam drip, 40%.
Oh, man.
It's a close one, but I'm honoured to sit here and say I have what's the word I'm looking for? Just outdone Gravy.
Yeah.
I am better than Gravy. That'll be on my gravestone. Ross Tweddle, 1992 until 2023. Better than Gravy.
Yeah. Well, you got no arguments from us, pal. I definitely said you'd probably taste better than that.
It was a good drip.
Hey, what a good trip. Hey,
If you want to go, Maffew, just give us a call.
Oh. Shalom. What is your pick this week?
My pick needs some assistance from young Jamie so we can look at his lovely, lovely head. I sent you it yesterday, so don't moan. We're all prepared here, Richard. Don't worry. My pick is Crying Fan from CM Punk entrance, because I saw some people having a go going, oh, he's crying. What an idiot. He's crying over a wrestler coming back. That screenshot there as he's reaching out. I'm going to start singing bloody Neil now. Neil Diamond.
No.
Yeah, reaching out, CM Punk. That didn't fit at all. But him doing that added so much, I thought, to the entrance. Just that little, it was only on the screen for like 2 seconds maybe, but I know wrestling's not a sport. So what I'm about to say makes sense in my head. It might not make sense in your head if you don't like actual sports. But you know, when you get invested in sports teams, and people get invested in CM Punk like he is a sports team. Mm-hmm. He's more than just a wrestler, isn't it? Some people.
Especially in Chicago.
Yeah, especially from Chicago. So to see that, it was very relatable to a sports fan thinking, my God, because if Newcastle won the FA Cup or something like that, a trophy came back to St James's Park for the first time since 1969. Yeah. I'd be like him.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put him in the Hall of Fame because it was a lovely moment that added so much to the entrance for me.
This was also because of I didn't see any of it because I was too busy going, wow, this is great. But apparently, people were like, ha ha. Yeah. It is just... It's this weird hatred of people with the ability to show emotion. I think it comes from a place of insecurity.
I mean, there's a guy who admitted on the podcast very recently that he booed John Cena's proposal to Nikki Bella. I can't see why you're having to go to someone like that.
I paid my money. I watched an awful match. John Cena could have had that match in his sleeve.
It wasn't even that bad.
It was rotten.
No, it was fine.
It wasn't that bad. What happened in it?
Miz and Maurice versus Cena and Nikki.
Yeah.
It was like a house show match, wasn't it?
Yes.
On the grandest stage.
Right. Matthew wasn't that bad. It was only a house show match at WrestleMania.
Who gives a toss about the wrestling? He proposed to the then love of his life.
That then person that it was all predetermined to be doing that reality show that was coming on.
Oh, here we go.
Man.
Does love
Look,
mean
I want to be
anymore?
optimistic. I do. But then life finds a way to be cynical. Well, when they divorced on a reality show as well, did they?
How dare you?
Pretty
Huge
convenient.
pop from Maffew when the divorce went through.
That was an EC dub.
That serves you right for taking up 5 minutes of WrestleMania 33 with your proposal.
It wasn't 5 minutes.
You're right. That man crying with emotion from the happiness of seeing one of his heroes return is exactly the same as me being me with all the thousands booing Cena's the proposal. But one of the things, the old wrestling clips that still get referenced nowadays, is the man at the NWA old school, well, some old school thing with Funk and Cornette thing, and he's like, thank you for being said what needs to be said. It's still real to me, damn it. That guy is still getting jokes and stuff, and I've never really gotten why people are making fun of him. Like, I thought it was a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's still real to me. And be like, silly man thinks wrestling still... Like, no.
Because it's cool to be...
legitimately, does
It's cool to be a smark.
Yeah.
No, I think if it's not for people like him and for the crying CM Punk dude, what's the point?
Yeah, it's just so weird. Look at this man showing emotion at a wrestling event. BRB watching every wrestling show this week.
Exactly.
Frowning and squinting. It's like, I don't get it. I still enjoy, even me, Mr. Bodge, still loves watching wrestling.
Yeah.
The bits I like.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously more on that later on. But there's still a lot for me to love and get behind and go, no, I like that.
And this week there's been quite a lot of that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been some bad stuff as well, but we'll talk about it all. But yeah, no, I fully agree.
Sorry, I got a bit soapboxy there, but I fully agree with that.
We're here to see great minds battle it out.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're here for. We're not here for a passive, wanky podcast, are we? We're all friends. Let's disagree more. Let's fight more.
You know what? I've never liked crying CM Punk fan. He stinks, and I don't like him. So, second place was Jack.
Yeah, well,
Next.
I was gonna nominate the production truck when they're doing the whole camera 1, camera 2, camera 10, beautiful rock and roll baby, camera 7, and then when he jumps into the crowd, they all go, yeah, we caught it. It's just, it goes to show like how much effort and teamwork goes into producing a televised wrestling show. Like, we did it on a smaller scale, and I can't imagine how much more complicated even, because that felt complicated enough. And I mean, Sam's the man he knows more than I do about that side of things, but it went to show that even for the simplest segment, a man walk into the ring, there's so much that went into it. So it was going to be that, but then I'm going to actually nominate my little night out last night. So a nice time. Yeah, the band were fun.
My little night out is out.
Jack's little night out. Richard's cracked up. Why are you shaking your head at me? It's good
Because Richard is a man of the production.
Oh, Richard is. I'm crying CM Punk guy, and Richard's the trolls online.
Because Richard has nothing but big nights out, you see.
Yeah, he goes harder, he goes home. No, little night out, 4 pints. It was more than enough for me. I woke up slightly like, oh dear me, and
It's when you get past 25, I'm telling you. When you get past, if there's anyone under 25 watching the podcast, savour your, what's the word we're looking for here? Youth. Your potency to the alcohol.
Savour your bounce back ability.
Yeah, are we encouraging young'uns to drink?
Drink during the week. Up until the age of 25.
During lunch breaks.
Do it while you can. You might as well. In for a penny, in for a pound.
In front of your boss. Show dominance. Go on, Jack, tell us about your real life in-betweeners episode.
What are you on about?
Hey, I must have had 4 pints last night.
Just the 4 for me last night. Yeah, the band were good. Home Truths, checked them out. Lovely band, lovely bassist. He's my friend, so I've got to say that. And at the end, everyone was going, one more song. And James, the frontman, went, we've literally played all of our songs. So he said, do you want us to do another one again? And I shouted for my favourite song there is February, which is a lovely song. My girlfriend went, Soundtrack, and was shouting over me because one of the songs called Soundtrack, and she wanted that one instead. And even the frontman heard her and went, Soundtrack? He didn't want to do the one she said, right? They did February, and after the gig, she accused me of being the patriarchy and silencing her with my male voice to get the song I wanted to play instead. So, my little night out with a dash of sexism at the end there.
It's awkward for a band, like, oh, what song do you want to play? The really easy one?
Well, that apparently...
Sing all the really hard one. The easy one.
Apparently, Soundtrack has a lot of high notes in it, and apparently he's relieved when they've done it. So when she shouted for that one again, he was like, no, don't want to do that. So I just got them to play the fun one. And everyone loved it. And as the song was going on, I kept turning to her and going, look at all the fun. And she was staring daggers at me.
Oh.
No, it was a joke. It was jokey jaggers. Anyway, fun little
like
night.
Mick Jagger.
Fraser was there. Sam was there.
Oh, Fraser gets around.
Oh, aye.
Oh, aye.
Wait, no, damn it. But,
He sleeps in everyone's beds, doesn't he? Hey?
He's got his fingers in many beds. My little night.
you know what? I like that version of
Jack's
it. Yes.
little night out.
Yes.
And just before anyone gets concerned, it wasn't, when I say a punk gig, it wasn't like rammed. There was space to stand comfortably. I was socially distanced. I know it was not the regulations anymore, but I still want to be a bit safe for now. So it was good. Fun time was had by all.
Good. Jack's little night out.
My little night out. And also an honourable mention to the production team of AEW Rampage.
Yes. Shout outs to the good wrestling this week. Mine, it can only be a continuation of what happened last week, where, because you just throw stuff at me. I don't follow everything that happens at Cultaholic because you've got so much stuff going on, so much content for one man to take. And so you're explaining casually, by the way, we've got the punishment video sorted out. And one of the members here is going to be taking an anime body pillow out. So, first of all, whenever you bring up something that's weird and odd to you, like body pillows, or, I don't know, leather pups that you decided to tweet out this week because of a certain wrestler.
I regretted that straight away.
I'm looking at that. It's always funny because I always know people who are into the things that you're talking about and joking, but I keep my mouth shut. And then you're like, and even worse, Maffew, it's ruined because it's ambiguously gendered. So now it's like, it's just so
Well, no, I
great.
didn't say that. I just said on the video we wrongly said it was a girl because to us it looks like a girl who aren't fans of anime. Everyone in the office agreed it like a girl, so we called it Beryl, thinking, it'd be funny to give it a traditional British name. But then as soon as the video went live,
First comment.
all the comments were like, you know that's a girl, right? And we're like, oh, well,
No,
it's a
boy.
girl.
It's a boy.
Well, a boy, sorry, yeah. Called Astolfo. So sorry to Astolfo first and foremost.
But that doesn't mean that Andrew can't take him on a date.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why people found an issue with that.
How
yeah.
it?
Killers again. Just these, everything in this. So then I had to watch it. Had to. And then I'm watching this, and it's the most awkward second-hand feeling of embarrassment I've seen since Adam Sandler's Uncut Gems. I was so on the edge watching this. As he gets on the metro.
There was a tension to it.
Yeah,
it was like
so
Hitchcock.
much tension.
It's great.
It's a
With
fantastic
his boy pillow.
A fantastic game of roulette, that metro, because the people around him, it was quite favourable. There was two lasses. There was a young lad. There was another young lad, and there was an old couple on a different shot that we did. But if another carriage, it could have been filled with alcoholics or needle users or anything like that. It could have been.
It could have been
a lot more dicey.
It could have been. It could have been filled with like bad boy MCs, and you don't want that. Would it be on the metro? Get off the. If he'd been told to get off the metro now, that would have been a bad time.
It could have been.
Andrew looked at his partner because I am getting up.
It could have been like that scene from Joker if he'd gone if there was people travelling from RGS. You know what I mean? On the Joker where he kills them all after they beat him up.
What's wrong with that?
I was expecting him to react.
He didn't take the bait. Oh, God. So the only thing that got me through it was me realising, wait, he's on the metro from Sandyford? Did he get on it at Manners?
It was a massive journey from Manners to Monument.
Oh, it was only 2 stops.
And
And that bit killed us.
One
It's
stop,
a 20-minute walk.
One stop.
Two metros we got, so...
Oh, you had to
I think
change.
got-
You would have had to change.
You had to change, yeah.
Oh.
So we got two. He got 2 metros.
Oh, did you go to? You changed. This is really boring for anyone. Change the Monument, go to Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have walked that. Pretty,
Yeah,
pretty
it's
easily.
amazing. Because obviously, you need it for the shot. And him doing the metro is way funnier than going on the
Well, no,
street.
it's Andrew's journey from home. So
Why did he-
Andrew lives, I'm not going to say where he lives, but he lives on the outskirts of Newcastle, so it was the Metro to where he met the cameraman. I'm not going to name the cameraman. And the cameraman and him got the Metro from Monument to, Manners to Monument and then Monument to...
Yeah.
I can't manage to.
I mean, it's a short walk.
Yeah. But Andrew was on that Metro for a fair whack because he lives on the outskirts of Newcastle, so...
Also, he didn't need to. When he got off at Central, you don't need to go through the train station to get out of Central Station Metro.
Do you not?
You can just
No,
you can come out on the street.
Yeah.
And I saw him walking through the quite busy train station. I was like, oh, they've made
You're
him.
forgetting this is a punishment video.
I know.
But he
punishment
just
video.
put everything
He
into
looked
that.
great. He looked dashing.
I'm quite ashamed by the video. I thought he seemed to be having quite a nice time. Which is not.
Yeah.
It's not in the spirit of the punishment.
I mean, once he got the chicken coop, it was fantastic. But I like the fact that he walked past and there's some little kid goes, I watched that YouTuber. that, well done.
Parents look around, see the anime body pillow and go, not anymore, son. If I see him, I turn it off.
So, yeah, then he had the meal and he's like, oh, what a nice meal, and just leaves.
Gets falafel. That was the other cruel thing. We sent a vegan to a chicken shop.
Oh, he's vegan.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he had
I'm
some
sure.
falafel.
I'm sure their vegan options are also.
Oh, yeah,
delicious.
the vegan options weren't like just specially put on for us. If you are a vegan, go to Coop Chicken House all the same. You still get the lovely sauces and whatnot.
Whoa.
God. Anyway, it killed us. Well done, you lot. Because obviously you make a.
I had nothing to
cameo
do.
appearance.
I
But
was-
no, Jack,
that one.
Ross is there. Give him
I
a
laid
kick
out.
on the
I'm not
bum.
gonna. I laid out the plans because Andrew
Yeah.
lost. But I'm not going to name the cameraman. They might get second-hand embarrassment as well. But it was a cameraman and Andrew who are out there together in the wild and west of Newcastle upon Tyne.
The wild east and central of Newcastle upon Tyne.
Shout outs to that long trip to the metro and the needle users. Obviously made life easier for him.
Never
Yes.
thought of it like the Metro is a game of roulette.
Oh,
No, I mean you are
oh.
right. That's why I saw. I was like, oh god, this could be anything.
I heard last night on my little night out that the famous "Get off the metro
Yeah.
now." There was a video out there that went viral of a young scallywag telling a man he disagreed with to get off the metro, and he's outside the metro, and to get to this man inside the metro, he tries to headbutt his way through the glass, and it doesn't work favourably. Then his mate spits on it to try and spit on the man inside the metro. It doesn't work again. Everyone's just filming and laughing, right? Apparently that lad's in a better place now, which is nice to hear. And apparently he signed 5 limited edition copies of it or something and made money from it, from telling a man to get off the metro.
Copies of what? He's doing NFTs.
No, I think it was a physical something. Sign in something, maybe a picture
Like
of
a
it.
print
or something.
screen?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
can't remember what it was, but I think it was a physical thing. So yeah.
I might get one of them.
Well, it was limited edition.
Oh,
Young-
all right, eBay.
Young Jamie, do you know where Andrew lives? I'm not going to say where he lives on camera begins with a J. Quite posh, right?
Oh.
How far in terms of minutes? Because you're more experienced on the metro than I. How far is that to Manners?
Not that.
Not too bad.
10?
Well, you've got to.
Because I sent Andrew. Because Andrew arrived in the office with this horrible shirt on. It was disgusting. So I sent him packing back home to get a suit on. Treat Beryl with some respect, goddammit. So he had to go home, and then he got on the metro with Beryl from his home. The J. So let's say, what would you say? Just ballpark it. Ballpark it. So I think we're underselling what Andrew actually went through here. Say he was on the metro for he's on for a little period of time.
No.
That's what cracked me up, because I thought he did it from Sandyford to town.
Oh,
so
no,
that was funny to me.
He met the cameraman. It's that first shot we seen across the station. That's where the cameraman.
So
So it's actually a longer journey.
He'd gone from J, where he
J.
lives,
Yeah.
to Manners, to Monument, had to wait a bit at Monument, then got the metro to Central.
That's actually a substantial.
Now, I think that might
That's
actually
fine.
be less cruel, because you can walk from Monument to Central quite easily, but you have to go through the busiest part of town to do so with an anime body pillow. Anyway, what?
Anyway, rather than keep on going about this, that is my pick.
crap on the punishment video that we did, lads.
No, he didn't.
Could have been better.
No.
What? How so?
You just said it would have been more embarrassing if he didn't get the metro.
Oh, I see.
I thought you were saying Matthew was crapping on it.
No,
Or
no,
me.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I'm loving it.
Oh.
I'm trying to present it at the microphone, but also look at you at the same time.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. It was a very good video.
I don't know, Jeff.
There were groans of embarrassment when Ross gave us a special premiere of it in the office before it went out. Especially when he wipes the sauce, tries to wipe it off the pillow's face and makes it worse. And we were just like, no. But yeah, good video, man.
Lovely busy restaurant as well.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything though, which I think speaks volumes of what a lovely city Newcastle is. Not one person went, "What are you doing, you creep?" or anything like that. Everyone was just like, "Oh, fair enough. He's on his date with his body pillow. Fair enough. Crack on."
We are used to seeing people like that, I guess. What if he starts a trend? What if because of him, people go, "Oh, finally," and start bringing their body pillows?
Do you know how hard it was to get attention when dressed as Scott Steiner shouting outside King's Cross? It's hard to make the English public interact because they just want to furiously get on with their day, which I respect fully, by the way. If you did it in America, there'd be people volunteering themselves to join in.
Yeah.
But over here, got to ring out the awkwardness.
We have a freak detector, I think, built in. Like, here we go. So anyway, rather than dawdle about this, those are the picks this week. We'll recap them. Crying CM Punk. Should we say emotional CM Punk fan?
Emotional CM Punk fan.
Emotional CM Punk fan. Jack's Little Night Out. And Andrew X Beryl. Those are 3 picks. And those 3 picks can be voted at patreon.com/Cultaholic. Go vote, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
That says, this week in the wrestling, it's this bloody week in the wrestling.
Come on.
Time to crack open the bubbly.
Come on.
This week in wrestling.
7
Come on.
shows this week to go through.
Come on.
Go on.
Kicking things off.
Oh, Niff
with last serves you right for drinking sparkly water in the first place.
Oh, they're both here. Just one.
They're all here. I've got tap water.
Yeah!
Get out of the way, Monster.
This isn't about Monster.
No, hang
you
on.
take Monster
No,
and you put it away.
No, what have I done? No, there's been 7 shows.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah.
What?
There's enough. I'll drink my stone cold sparkling water. SmackDown. I think we skipped this one, to be honest with you. Edge opens the show saying that Seth Rollins has driven him to a place where his blood runs black. What could he mean? And then later on, Rollins comes out in a white suit, always a good sign, to mock Edge. Suddenly, the Brood theme begins to play. We're going to get the intro of it. Edge appears in the Tron and tells Seth he'll never see it coming. Black goo falls from the ceiling and covers Rollins. No, it's not blood. Why would you say it's blood? No, PG,
Yeah.
PG.
It's a viscous substance.
He's giving him a brood bath.
Hashtag brood bath. I thought Edge's promo at the start was fantastic. His psychotic facials have only gotten better with age. I feel like I would be safe in Edge's family. You know what I mean? If Edge was my protector, my father figure, the head of my table, I'd feel safe. Would you not?
Yeah.
Yes. And Edge, Rollins' promo I thought was brilliant, where he's like, "Now you've had Edge, but now you've got me."
Yeah.
Oh, you should. If anything goes wrong with the wrestling, Seth Rollins, go and present children's TV. That's my
Oh, he'd be
advice.
great,
Yeah,
wouldn't
it'd be
he?
fantastic. But it is was for Seth Rollins.
To me, to you. Yeah. I also like the fact that this is proof But the reason why Edge is doing so good lately, it's not due to doing some yoga or stretching or surgeries. It's the fact that he has black blood. He is a robot. He's officially an adult. We can exclusively reveal.
Is it like oil, is it?
Yes.
The Tin Man from Wizard of Oz.
Yes, there we go. Oldest reference we've had so far on the podcast. Yes, that's right. That was actually blood, but that's what it is now.
He's not a robot, he's a vampire.
He's a robot vampire. Wow, how cool would that be? That's
what was
pretty
that god-awful film that James Corden was in about 10 years ago? Vampire, lesbian killers.
Lesbian vampire killers.
Yeah.
What on earth
Never
is that
saw
about
it.
James Corden, you piece of trash?
Yeah.
What's Rollins' look like, though, eh? He had a white suit on. What are the chances? Just gets covered in viscous black stuff from the sky.
His fellow Age of the Fall tag partner did that in Ring of Honor where he got one of the Briscoes up after a ladder match.
Jimmy
Strung him
Jacobs.
up and he was just like wearing his lovely white suit. Viscous substance falling on top of him. Oh, it was a good look.
Oh.
But this was treated like it was like, it's so funny when it's like, you'll never see it coming. And then it happened. I'm like, see?
Did you expect it to come, did you?
I mean, I thought if you say you never see it coming, you'd be like, you should fade away. And everyone's like, oh, well, I guess not. And then
There should have been a beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
I don't mean a beat as in a beat shouldn't have dropped. No.
Why just music? Anyway, moving on. Dominic Mysterio is all fired up for his dad's match with Jey Uso, but Ray tries to calm him down. Calm down, Dom. Dom ends up getting ejected and costing Ray the match. Ooh.
Dom's getting cocky.
Oh, dominate.
Dom's getting cocky. They were cutting the promo at the start just before the match. He was like, I won last week. I mean, we won last week. So they're doing the slow burn on the turn of Ray and Dom.
Oh, good. Good.
I think that Dom is being set up to turn on Ray, which I don't know how it's going to work for Dom.
It seems to me like it's going to be hard to hate Dom. He's just too much of a child.
I think people are going to hate him
because he's a child.
Because he's not as cool as Hook. And they're going to compare him to Hook in their brains and then go, prefer Hook, really.
Apparently, I was reading on the news, I don't know which site was reporting it, but apparently Ray is resisting this angle playing out. That's why it's taking a bit longer than it maybe should be. So it felt like after this, and then what happened in the match with there was the call back to Money in the Bank with Dom trying to do the legs this time, but getting caught, and then that all going tits up. It felt like it was going to happen at SummerSlam, but obviously it didn't. We'll get on to that a bit later on, but I don't know. Ray's playing hard to get for this angle. I don't want to do it.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I don't want to do it. Ray's weird voice. Get it out. Go on.
I don't want
Yeah.
It's just hanging about. Sorry.
I don't want
Say
to
elephant.
do that.
Elephant.
Just keep saying elephant, it goes away.
Elephant, elephant, elephant.
Works like a treat every single time.
Thank you.
All right. Take that forth in your life.
Baron Corbin beats Kevin Owens via DQ when Big E interferes, trying to get his briefcase back. Corbin escapes, though. More on that later. Shotzi and Knox have another non-title match against Tamina and Natalia, and again beat them.
How many times
What more do they need to
do
do?
these lasses have to beat these other lasses to get a title shot?
I was going to say, between that, Otis beating Montez Ford in a few minutes, and Nakamura and Boogs and stuff, we could probably say what happened last week and see if anyone notices.
Boog's got a pinfall. That's different. Boog's got a pin. It was a debut match, I think, on SmackDown.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
was
fair
doing amateur wrestling maneuvers while playing humans like a guitar. Don't you dare skip over Rick Boogs.
I will not skip
You have
over
to say it
Boogs.
like every single time.
You do, don't you? Anyway, Eminem beat Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz, and this is his in-ring SmackDown debut. It was his last time he wrestled NXT.
Probably,
Years ago. And he gets the win for his team, pinning Apollo. Thanks for coming, pal.
The push is over.
It's over, yeah. It was nice to see them let Aziz take his coat off so he can actually do some wrestling maneuvers and not get like sort of his arms trapped like this. The heavy shoulder pads.
Like a T-Rex.
Did a lovely sidewalk slam, so he did the big Aziz, but yeah.
I think you have to do a sidewalk slam if you're above 6'10".
Shout out to Natty as well, because Pat made note on commentary during her match that she's got steel rods in her ankle. So I'm asking, how is she back wrestling already? Because it was only a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Oh, so we can exclusively reveal that she's a half android as well. All those Canadians with their black blood.
More pins than an ATM machine.
Hey. Bianca Belair wants to face both Zelina Vega and Carmella tonight, despite the risk this poses ahead of who are we kidding?
Why was this a thing? I know that Sasha couldn't be there for obvious reasons.
Well, more on that in a
I was
minute.
convinced that they were going to team up and like injure Bianca so she couldn't compete at SummerSlam. But she just beat them both with ease.
It just continues the trend of making babby faces in the World Wrestling Federation look stupid and naive, while the boss, Sasha Banks, in kayfabe terms, has got the night off before the pay-per-view.
Oh. I mean, yeah, she beat both of them quite easily. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not...
But she still wrestled 2 matches, and Sasha did diddly squat.
It made sense in the Fabe, but we were all a bit
It's
suspicious.
Dirty.
I thought it made Bianca look really strong
It did make
and ready
it-
for
Oh.
anything that would happen at SummerSlam. In the main event segment, Roman Reigns and John Cena have another showdown. Heyman says that nobody has ever beaten this version of Roman Reigns. Cena reiterates that all it takes is one pinfall.
He's loving that 1, 2, 3 thing.
I don't know. It's weird, isn't
Well,
it?
he came up
I
with
guess
it-
it makes sense in his head.
I think he came up with it on the fly and was so impressed with himself that he kept doing it. Although maybe he didn't come up with it on the fly because then they structured the match around it. Oh, yeah.
They struck the match around him pinning him.
Cena wrestled like a member of CC. He wrestled like Chris Brooks, just going for roll-ups constantly. Heel Chris Brooks.
Bad guy Chris Brooks.
Yeah.
Yes. Roman says if he doesn't win at SummerSlam, he'll leave WWE.
I wish they didn't do that.
I also.
It gave it away big time. Why would Roman ever leave the wrestling? Why would they let him leave the wrestling? But why would he ever leave the wrestling?
Yeah, it's very Young Bucks versus FTR.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't need to add that.
Yeah.
skip.
I did like the bit of the promo where he was like, "Go on then, crowd, pop," and everyone did. He's like, "Ha, you did it.
You're all
you
crap."
dicks."
Yeah. They shake hands and Roman scoops Cena up for an AA, but Cena rolls him up for a visual 3 count.
Was it a 3?
It was. It's just Cole started counting at the wrong time because apparently it's really hard calling wrestling after 30 years of experience.
It is hard calling wrestling.
No, it is. Yeah. Sorry. That was both cynical and true at the same time. Yeah. It's really hard. But it's just that he's had a few weird ones this year, Cole.
They were really struggling to get over the start line for the SummerSlam build. I thought with those two lads, they were really struggling for ideas. It wasn't a good build for me. Cena versus Reigns.
It was all right until Cena started talking more. And he's just like, I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to talk about the failed push and the momentum. And it's like, what?
There's only so
What
many,
level of this are we supposed to be watching it on? Like,
only so many times you can bank on, oh my God, he shouldn't be saying that on the television before it sort of loses its effect. And that lost its effect a couple of weeks ago for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So all over the place, like spike ball.
It's nice to see John, though. Nice to see him. To see him nice. Hope he comes back again soon.
Yes.
He won't, though, because he said in the promo, didn't he? He's not going to be around till WrestleMania. What was the town he said? Whatever town he said, wherever WrestleMania is next year, that's
America.
what he said. America.
Is it in LA?
Dallas.
Oh, is it Dallas then?
It's
LA?
Dallas.
Oh, right. Okay.
Dallas. That's Dallas.
I like Cena just doing the Jericho. Thank you. Cena just doing the Jericho thing of, I'm coming back, but at the big shows, I'll definitely be there for Unforgiven, AEW Rampage, the first dance. So we didn't get serious, as in the theme, because of the Last Dance Chicago Bulls thing.
They
but
played it before.
It's okay.
Apparently they played it to hype the crowd.
That's one of those themes.
Oh, it gets you going, doesn't it? Put yourself in a dark room and just start playing that. You want to punch everyone, don't you? I don't know why it has to be a dark room. That's just me. There's certain songs you play in a dark room where it makes you feel all cozy.
Yeah.
Stuntman by Kasabian's one of those songs for me.
Oh.
Do you know the one? What's the one? You know the one off Breaking Bad by TV on the radio when he's "Stay out of my territory."
Oh, okay.
La, 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 la. It builds very slowly, then it's like bang.
That sounded like you were singing the theme to the Lampies.
Well, no, it gets more intense.
Na na na. You know the Lampies?
Nah, how's it go?
Na 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 na. Where the Lampies are, up high and deep underground, you will see light everywhere. Ba 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 ba. Red light, yellow light, green light, blep blep. That one.
I'm ready to go. Oh, the Lampies. Thank you. My song for being in a dark room and getting in the mood is Electric Light Orchestra.
Mr. Blue Sky.
Hello. It's either Mr. Blue Sky or Twilight.
I thought we were talking about intense songs.
Oh, Twilight's intense.
Okay.
Mr. Blue Sky is just a feel-good one. Dun, 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 dun. CM Punk makes his return. He says, let's talk about it. Yeah, it went rather well. Realize now that by the time this podcast comes out, it'll have been in AEW twice. But the first time it came out, fantastic. Apparently there was plans, we'll get into it afterwards, but might as well say it now because we said everything we wanted to say about him earlier. They were going to have Shivani in the ring talking with him. Instead, he just came out by himself, talked. And considering last time CM Punk's made big appearances, that didn't involve the UFC, that he's been talking about how much he hated WWE, how negative it was and all this stuff. It was nice seeing him come out and go, well, you can't get healthy if you stay in the place that made you sick in the first place. And him saying, look, I'm sorry that you didn't want me, like, if I let you down feeling this way and saying these things, but I'm in a better place now. I'm in a better company. That was probably the highlight. Not the fact that he's back, but he's there like, no, I'm optimistic.
And I'm not busy. I could be on all of the shows on a Wednesday or a Friday, or the pay-per-views 4 times a year. It's a good job he's not doing much outside of the wrestling. So he can be there all the time.
Yeah.
That was my main takeaway.
I'm scared. Now this is a really pessimistic take. So I'm obviously
go
buzzing.
on, then.
I'm obviously really excited.
Go on,
and
voice the
he's
voiceless.
one of my favorites ever and stuff. I'm buzzing. But what happens when the more he appears, obviously the less special it'll be every time. So how does he continue to create the magic? How does it continue to be special? I guess we'll have to wait and see, to be honest.
Stories.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
wait, it's AEW.
But who does he
get his own giant stable?
But who does he rebel against? When there's nothing for Punk to rebel against.
Colt Cabana.
Oh.
Yeah, no one's... they did the press thing and someone asked about that and CM Punk ambiguously said, I'm okay with everybody who's in the building. Colt Cabana was at the gathering of the Juggalos.
Oh, no.
So whether that was intentional or not, I do not know. But we're all over-analysing things like GCSE, English Lit.
Oh my God, he's got Larry written on his tits. What could that mean? It's his dog.
Yes.
But the little initials on the trainers is quite interesting because they do line up with wrestlers who are potentially leaving, or one who has left and one who is potentially leaving today. It's Masati now. Adam Cole's contract is up.
That'll happen as soon as we've stopped recording.
Yeah, that'll be confirmed
well,
literally seconds after we stop recording.
That's right. We should fake out and just yell, wow, that's the podcast done, and just wait for the news to happen. Go, got you. But yeah, CM Punk is returned. And I'm the most, I'm saying cynical this episode, but I don't mean to be. But like, I'm not really that into CM Punk coming. It's just a thing. I'm not really that big of a fan anymore, blah, blah, blah. Made his return, and he started talking. I'm like, you know what? I'd like to change my opinion.
He is good at talking words. I've got it convinced in my head now because we did a tier list yesterday about the sort of, we called it, I felt dirty calling it defections from WWE to AEW.
That's so great.
It's YouTube, innit? That's what you need to do. But people who
Betrayals from WWE.
They left one army to join the other army.
Lee Harvey Oswald and the rest of them.
But I've got it convinced in my head now because Jack mentioned the rebellion thing on that tier list yesterday, and I've got it convinced now that he's going to lose to Darby, and that's going to turn him heel. And he's going to rebel against something.
It would be interesting, but I disagree respectfully, and I don't think that'll happen.
Poppy on me because she's got a song called "I Disagree."
Oh, I see.
I see.
It's always
Look
good.
at
when
you
have
knowing
to-
about Poppy.
Ah, wait, she's on the wrestling all the time, isn't she?
She is.
She's the new Triple H of NXT, basically. I've heard all. There's a scoop for you. I've heard all this big sweaty man talk. Isn't Triple H in the direction of Nick Khan? It's all Poppy. Blame her. She doesn't like the little flippy indie guys.
I would love if you went to NXT and you tweeted that and they went, right, time to go.
How did he know?
You go where you
Poppy-
like, but you can't stay here.
What would NXT look like if Poppy was the head of creative? That's a video in itself, I reckon.
I like that idea.
So we've got 6 more wrestling shows to review.
Yes. So then Jurassic Express beat Private Party in their tag team tournament to get the Young Bucks in a cage match. Liked it. Private Party. I remember when they first started, I'm like, this would be great if they're going head to head with the Young Bucks and stuff. I think they found their niche, which is being that like C-level team who are the teams beat.
I think that.
No, I'm just saying there's so many other better teams than them.
I think they've been put on ice quite deliberately because I think that watching this match especially, I just thought they are a babyface tag team, aren't they? They're just too likable. I don't buy them as heels at all.
Do you not? I think they're very good heels.
So
good,
one good thing
acceptable.
AEW does do is just rotating the cast. So I reckon Private Party in their role in the HFO stable, family, whatever the hell it is, they've just been kept on ice before being made prominent once again.
Yeah, I agree. They are a good heel tag team, but I agree with Ross. Like, they're babyface lads.
He did a shooting star press to the floor, man.
You did.
Off the top rope.
You did.
Hey,
And you lost.
don't do that if you're a heel, surely. But I didn't like one part where Luchasaurus was actively providing an assist for a Canadian destroyer done by Private Party. There's that bit of the wrestling needs to go to hell. The convoluted spots. You know what I mean?
No, it's all right, Ross, because it ended... no, sorry, it was a 2 count. Yes. Jade Cargill beats Kiera Hogan in about a minute. Oh, 10 stars.
It looks like that's
At least.
it's going to be the formula for Rampage. I'm just going because this is what's happened both episodes so far. You get a big bit at the start, then a smaller bit, then a squash, then another bit, then a main event.
Jade Cargill was the big bit
Yeah.
of this week's episode. Oh, anyway.
Ooh,
John Moxley
bit
beats...
dirty there, Maffew.
I'm just saying, look, just there's this lovely sudden reappearance of the giant muscle women in wrestling, and I am here for it. That'll be CM Punk's stable.
The muscle
CM
women.
Punk, give me all of them. John Moxley
Just
beats
sound like
Daniel
it could be a
Garcia.
band that, like CM Punk and the Muscle Women.
Yes.
It's like Addicted to Love, the video.
Yes. Simply irresistible. John Moxley beats Daniel Garcia. That lad that showed about 2 weeks ago and everyone on Twitter can't stop talking about. But 2.0 beat him down. Eddie Kingston, Sting, and Darby Allin run out for the save. Well, walk out in the case of Sting. And posed to close the show. That was a hot hour.
I was
Yeah.
shocked that Punk didn't close the show by coming out and doing a save. I was expecting.
Staring
I
down
think,
Darby.
I think enough. One segment, that's it.
Oh, fair enough.
Wow.
I want lots of ice cream. You're fine with a portion.
Oh, yes.
and
The
we
ice
didn't
cream.
mention when it cuts to Taz halfway through an ice cream bar and it's falling and there's bits going everywhere. That was really funny.
It's almost as big as him, that's why. God.
Oh,
But I'm joking. I love Taz.
Taz is the best.
He is.
He actually is. He's the best.
No, he really is. I love him. But yeah, ice cream. You know that one thing that CM Punk said years ago about once the WWE ice cream bar's back, and it turns out it was actually really hard to make food on the go. Well, CM Punk managed to find a company, or Tony Khan rather.
No, Punk did.
Oh, Punk did a episode. Oh, okay,
years
great.
ago, apparently,
To get ice cream bars for everyone in attendance.
Punk paid for it all, allegedly. So the news was saying, which is good. Some dirty scalper on eBay I saw on Tuesday, it would have been, was selling a unopened one for $1,000. $1,000.
But wait,
$1,000.
hang on. If you're at the arena and it's an ice cream bar, he's going to have to get that home. By the time he gets home, that's just going to be sludge, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. How's he got a cooler box into the arena?
Yeah.
And then, yeah. I just thought that was staggering. It was expected, of course, because there's dirty scalpers everywhere. Of
course.
But, yeah, that was terrible.
Someone paid for any of them.
I don't know. It was
How
on
good
eBay. It might still be there.
Anyway.
But it's nice to see ice cream bars, isn't it? People like ice cream. I imagine it's just like a choc ice that you get from Iceland for a quid for 8 or whatever.
Right. We can. But yeah, lovely idea though. Lovely. Yeah. AEW Rampage, well worth the $5 Tony Khan sends us. SummerSlam on the Saturday for a change.
Manny Pacquiao. Lost, didn't he?
Did he?
He's been on the downslide of his career for a
I'm
number of
going to
years.
say there, he's been on the...
Oh no. Well, I mean,
He's been on the Metro.
anyway, and he's been on the Metro. Yes, that's what I was going. On the pre-show, Big E beat Baron Corbin to take back his briefcase and his dignity.
Oh, you've added in and his dignity there.
Yeah, because then Barrett, this hasn't finished yet, probably is by the time we've done this, and SmackDown is. Baron Corbin's been having a good time in Vegas. He's got his money back. He's been hanging out with all the dames and the broads and the expensive roulette tables and all the stuff you do in Vegas. I think things are going to go really well for Baron.
In the 20s. All the damn and the bra.
He started with $30 and then that changed into $100 and then that's just gone up and up and up. Bought himself a
right.
new suit.
Yep.
He had himself was it a pink? I forget which kind of car it was. I just saw the shiny,
Yeah.
obnoxious pink. He had one of them. He had a motel.
Yeah.
He's still not got his head sorted out though, like his hair, sorry, or his beard.
He's going to lose it all again, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope so.
Of course he is.
That's the one thing. I guess my only criticism of Big E getting the briefcase back, like what was it, like 8 days later after he lost it? They could have drawn that out for ages. It would have been a fun chase with Baron Corbin evading them all the way through.
Well, when he...
I'm all right with him. No, him holding it too long, I think, would have been a bit silly.
Not too long, but that was too short for me.
I think it
That was a short curly.
I think it was Goldilocks, just right.
when he won it, I thought he was cashing in later on. I was like, oh, they've done that fast. He must be cashing in. Well, we'll see. He didn't. He didn't cash in.
No, and Baron Corbin will be cashing out. RK Bro defeated AJ Styles and Omos to become the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Bloody hell were they over in this match.
Yeah.
They're like, it was the... You know, before a show, do you ever say to your mates, like, because me and, I think it was Fraser, were like, which match do you think is going to go on first? And we both agree, like, it's got to be this one. They're like too cool. like the perfect opening act, basically.
I should say about Randy Orton.
Perfect.
The perfect
jerk,
opening
yeah.
act.
Perfect enhancement boy, Randall Orton.
Yeah.
It is good. It is good that they've toned down the really stupid Riddle in favour of just like a bit of an airhead, like, oh, Randy, you make me so happy, and stuff like that. It's good that they've rectified
toned
that.
down.
Yeah, that is.
It really is.
Compared to lockdown, remember those days? That was awful.
Yeah.
But I thought the match, it was okay. Omos looked good. I thought Omos looked good here. You can tell that Kevin Nash has been training him because he's like Kevin Nash, the second coming.
The speed of Omos for his size is terrifying.
Yeah.
And I'm
Corey Graves.
I'm not even being sarcastic. Like, he moves quicker than I thought he would, and I'm like, ooh, scary boy.
I thought the finish was a bit abrupt, but then the first bit of the show was like 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like all the matches just happened and happened and happened.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see them win, I guess. Because if anything, that's going to get more folks in the tag team division. Surely with Randy Orton there. Surely.
Until they turn on each other.
Oh, well, maybe they do now.
Maybe. I think they'll turn each other.
That'd be
fairly
one
soon.
thing I'm looking forward to. Randy turns on Riddle, and Riddle's just like, "Oh, Randy
Turns on.
No, I've turned on you. We've split. Oh, Randy, go away! I keep on hitting you with RKO. All right, I'm looking forward to that. That'd be funny. Alexa Bliss beats Eva Marie after becoming enraged when Eva slapped her with Lily the puppet. After the match, Doudrop mockingly announces Eva as the loser and prances away wearing her robe.
What was this then?
Crap.
A portion,
Bad.
I thought I was in the Twilight Zone because I was sat there watching it live with Andrew and Beryl on the couch. I was looking there and Beryl was just here. And on the TV, Eve Marie was bitch slapping a puppet. And I was thinking of, drop some LSD. What's going on in my life right now?
I thought you were going to say Beryl winked at you.
I think that's the pose he does. Sorry, Beryl. He's got a permanent wink on. A permanent wink on.
It's worse things to
The
have
match. I thought the match was what it was. I like the fact that Doudrop has cast that dirty, no good Eva Marie to one side. I like the sassiness of the walk away. Andrew compared it to Drag Race, which he's been exposed to very recently. Cover girl.
Put that bass in your walk.
Head to toe.
Make
Let
your whole body talk.
Bye-bye.
I've also been exposed to Drag Race.
I'm happy for you.
It's
I
not.
like
It's
Drag
not for
Race.
me. It's not for me. It's not. It's not for me. I enjoy the humor. I enjoy the sassiness. I enjoy the competitions, but I hate the judging. The judging system. RuPaul's a tyrant.
Yeah.
And that's my big issue with RuPaul's.
And a
Drag Race.
bully.
And a bully.
A bully.
And a fracker.
And he's got a fracking ranch in Wyoming, eh?
Does he?
Yeah. He's not a nice man. No.
What?
Yeah, no.
Stop.
No, he does.
RuPaul
Yeah.
has a fracking ranch.
No.
He
No.
does. No, it's crazy, isn't it?
My God.
Be yourselves. You can do whatever you want. Give me all the
I'm stunned. Actually stunned. Wow. The things you learn. But I do drop walking away was very reminiscent of a sort of a catwalk thing in RuPaul's Drag Race. But it's nice to see that she's cast that Eva Marie to one side. But it's a shit. We'll get on to that bit later, actually, because that's a bit on Raw, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where she keeps the name.
Yeah.
Oh.
The fight's the entire point of whatever.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Embrace yourself. I'm Shorty G. That went well, didn't it?
Yes.
Oh.
First, I thought you were talking about a drag race competitor.
Oh, God.
I'm Bag of Chips.
Yeah.
Yes. Damian Priest beat Sheamus to become the US champ. Priest didn't get much of a pop, and did you notice this? Obviously, even with 50,000 people there, they still had the fake crowd o-matic.
That's just a
Give it
thing
big
now.
guns.
Yeah, since
But-
the Thunderdome stopped, it's been a thing ever since. It's a shame, like.
It's not been that noticeable because it's usually helps. Sorry, I was broken into. Usually helps the crowd reaction that's already there. There's Priest, Nikki, and a few other people during the entrance where there was silence, and so because you can tell it's like Damian Priest, yeah, and it just dies. It's like no, that's not how people sound. But Damian Priest beat Sheamus. The crowd seemed to dislike Sheamus, but so far that doesn't necessarily mean they like Priest.
Right, that's
That
a good
makes
I was
point.
going to say that it did change by the end of the match.
They
'cause
were-
it was a very good match, wasn't it?
Sheamus has
Picked
been
up. I mean, it's Sheamus. You can have a 5-star
yeah.
match with us.
Sheamus has been on form for a while now.
Yeah.
And I thought Priest was good as well, apart from that nearly terrifying moment when he did his rope springy flip over the top rope, tope. And
On his back.
don't know whose fault it
Sheamus
was.
gave him a
Don't know whether
powerbomb.
Sheamus was too far away or whether he jumped too short or something. But I'm glad he was all right because that was a bit scary.
He just gave him the Sheamus bomb on the outside.
We were saying this on the reactions. If they want to recreate a new, like, don't try this at home trailer, that can be the, I think I broke my tailbone spot. The old Kurt Angle on the rampway thing.
I had surgery 5 times.
And my knee, my left knee. I don't know if it's his left knee. It's both Ray's knees, isn't it?
It's all of him.
How does he still... He's such a marvel.
He cannot float.
No.
He can't go near pools.
Anyway.
Sink to the bottom.
Anyway, no, I was good. I liked the match because we had 2 really quick ones, and then this one was slower, and then it built and it built and it built. And by the end, it was really good. So
Just Sheamus giving it big uns.
Yeah.
Love to see it. The Usos beat the Mysterios to retain the SmackDown tag titles, but Dom and Ray don't turn on each other yet.
Yeah, I thought it was the moment, but it would appear Ray being resistant Ray, resisting the temptation to go through the storyline is going to make it go on for ages. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, I guess. The match itself was what it was. I wasn't getting obviously too much for this one of what we've seen beforehand from these 2 tag teams doing the wrestling together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a fine. You know what? They didn't have much time, but they put a lot into it.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that. Then, Greg Hamilton announces that Sasha Banks is unable to compete.
boo,
But don't worry, Bianca Belair will instead face Carmella.
boo.
This was hyped up and marketed until the show. On the kickoff show,
Bianca's
they
in the
still said-
ring.
Well-
We're
Yeah.
still thinking Sasha Banks is coming out.
My anger, I was like, oh, how dare they do this? And then, as we'll see,
Becky Lynch
whoa!
shockingly arrives and throws Carmella out the
Then
ring.
I was like, I forgive them for not,
Yeah.
for a moment, I forgave them, right?
If someone doesn't show up and you have to have a replacement, they have to be at the same level or better than.
Yeah.
So
Bigger than.
Okay.
It's like your
Yeah.
parents
Oh,
lying
yeah.
to you for all week long. But at the end of the week, they give you a nice big lollipop. Take that, suckle on that, be happy. That's what I was feeling like.
Yeah.
I'll not forget the lies I've been told, but I'll enjoy the lollipop all the same.
We'll call it 50-50. Oh, sweet. Becky versus Belair. Oh, love to see it. She challenges Belair right there, throwing Carmella out like she was Joe Coffey of that NXT UK takeover and Walter showed up. She challenges Belair. She accepts. Becky cheap shots Belair and pins her in seconds to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion.
Right. And then celebrates for ages.
Because she's a heel now.
Well, is she yet?
She's requested to be a heel
Why does
according
she
to the
want
news.
to be-
That hasn't happened yet, so this is all goody time. So this is go on.
heel was she heel here?
I think she was shades of a heel because she went in for the handshake, didn't she? And then gave it the old fakey and punch.
That was
Which is a
horrible.
bit of a dick
Really
move, in my
nasty.
opinion. But I don't know. I saw, because I've been like, obviously, it's such a roller coaster. It's like, oh, Sasha's going to be here. That's fine. Sasha's not here. Whoops. Oh, we're down. Oh, here's Carmella. Oh, we've got even further down. Oh, here's Becky Lynch. Hey, we're going back up. Carmella's been thrown out the ring. Yeah, we're going higher. We're going to get the proverbial dream match. Bianca Belair, the star of today. Becky Lynch, the biggest star maybe in wrestling over the past couple of years. Whoa, it's going to go off 20-minute barn burner. It's over in 2 moves. Boom. Straight through the floor. I'm sorry if that was loud. That was loud.
My emotions were the shape of a lowercase n. I was like, very disappointed.
Mine was like Mr. Tickle then.
Up and down like a horse draws. So,
Goodness me.
That is too crass for a Friday morning.
I'm sorry.
Michael found himself.
Working together, we can get the podcast
They need to
done.
scrap that card subject to change thing in
No.
instances like this. I get it if someone gets lost in traffic like Eve Marie used to do back in 2017, or if someone gets injured and we need to pull an audible there, whatever the saying is. Call an audible. But if you know someone's not going to be there for over 3 days, you got to sort that out before the show, because that doing it like they did was a ginormous slap in the face, and my face is still red raw.
Yeah,
It's still red raw.
it certainly is.
Aye.
That'll be the 12 pumps from earlier. Nothing. That's fine.
Well, that was
got it, but
that
just
was
not
off air.
I
no
know.
one will get
I
it.
thought I'd pop
But they need-
myself. But the thing is, as of the recording of this, obviously we do our research beforehand. There's still been no official reason as to why Sasha Banks wasn't there.
Well, there was
Or-
that one Reddit commenter, where I forget the name of them, sorry, but they said that they did a call was it with like a live stream with WWE Germany or something like that, and she was on there and she had like a cold and she was sniffling and she was coughing and stuff like that. So hopefully she's okay and it's not the vid related. But she seemed to be under the weather. If that Reddit comment is true, it had a lot of upvotes, so I assume that was people going, yeah, I saw that too. Or maybe that's people going, yeah, that sounds legitimate, let's just give it an upvote.
Yeah, we'll wait until something.
Yeah, we'll wait until
like,
it's not right to speculate, but yeah, just hope she's okay. But they could have done that return in so many different ways, apart from, just completely derailing Bianca Belair. And we've said that all week long, like people saying, trust the process, let it play out. Can't do that with WWE anymore.
When has that been proven correct?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, when was the last time? Shorty G, yeah, that bombed.
Yeah. The Fiend, Goldberg, completely
that was tremendous.
Yep.
Hell in a Cell.
Yep.
Rollins. Yep.
You just can't do it when it comes to WWE anymore. So hopefully Bianca Belair. I mean, I saw Sean Ross Sapp with a good point saying that hopefully like Becky Lynch has got her head screwed on and she's not going to come back for something that's crap. So hopefully this is like the first point in a good long story between those two where Bianca can get her win back and come out of it looking good still.
Well, there was all those reports a little while ago that all the women were desperate for Becky to come back so that the booking of the women would generally improve because they only book Becky well. No, I know it's sad, isn't it?
Wow.
It's crap. Well, Finlay left, didn't he? And he had a big hand in at least the production of the matches.
Yeah.
But I think maybe the creative as well. Maybe Brucey P doesn't know how to book women.
Maybe.
Brucey P definitely doesn't know how to book women. And it's a shame. Just book them like the men, Bruce. Can't do it. Never mind.
Nice to be doing podcasts. Oh, no, he isn't. Drew McIntyre beats Jinder Mahal. Veer and Shanky try to... next.
It was pointless, yeah.
No, he ran them off with his weapon. His big, veiny weapon.
Oh, I see. Right.
Nothing to say apart from Fraser Porter's a silly boy. Because when they were making their entrances, Fraser went, I reckon Jinder's got this. I was like,
Why are these? Andrew said this as well. Why?
Because, I think that Fraser was thinking because Veer and Shanky were barred from ringside, that meant that someone else would interfere and help him instead. But no.
The Singh brothers. Oh, no.
Yeah, they've been.
Yeah. Oh, the Singh brothers were absolutely getting like a few stab wounds from a sword. They were game for anything, weren't they? The bumps they took.
That was the thing I thought in this match because it was the build. It was really underwhelming. It could have been so much better with the history there with 3MB and all that stuff. And Drew kept saying, "I'm going to make a moment at SummerSlam at your expense, Jinder." Because I was thinking we're going to get some sort of, they go backstage and then, wow, a green screen has appeared. Stab him or something and some sort of effect happens. I don't know. But it didn't really happen. It was just, why not just get that off the card instead of just make Becky and Bianca longer?
Yeah.
Because, rather like a superstar coming up that we'll talk about soon, I think they're trying to sell these toy swords they've got coming out because the only thing that's got any push out of this that still looks cool are these bloody swords that Drew keeps on bringing to the bloody ring. His bloody mum. So...
Don't speak about his mum like
Yeah,
that.
that's not his mum's fault.
Oh, yeah, I've got nothing against your mum.
There we go.
Sorry.
Drew's great.
Drew is
Drew
great,
himself is
but
great.
it's... So, what are your thoughts on this match tonight? Well, here's my sword. Like, all right, okay, cool.
Vince got his hands on Drew.
And then, oh no, I'll stop you. Hey, what are you doing? What happened to the connect?
Why is everyone all right with him having a sword? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, crap.
Because that's how he sets his pyro off.
He does.
Yeah,
There's no other way to do that. Not one.
no. Charlotte Flair beats Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley to become the new Raw Women's Champ.
Best around. She's just the best.
Yeah,
The
forcing
smartest.
Nikki to tap out the figure eight. A lot of stuff going on here. Charlotte Flair win again, getting another title win is almost hilarious at this point. But again, there seems to be a lot of people who watch WWE, and there's a lot of people who watch WWE just the big shows. Because again, for the second one in a row, Charlotte Flair was cheered. Big cheers for Charlotte.
She's a star.
Well, she
Yeah.
is, isn't she? She's really good.
But she's a bad star
How?
who does crazy moonsault flips to the outside.
How is she a bad star?
Because she's a bad person. She's arrogant.
Oh, I was talking about the kayfabe.
Oh, yeah, on the kayfabe. Sorry,
On the
yeah.
kayfabe
Oh, in
side.
terms of in the ring, she's very good, but like, she's supposed to be a baddie.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the build from week to week to week, I guess Charlotte Flair winning is no surprise because she's proven beyond any shadow of any doubt. Not only is she a better wrestler than both Nikki and Rhea combined, but also she's just cleverer in every single way.
Yeah.
Outthinks them, outsmarts
She
them every
says
way.
mean and unfair things and is then proven exactly right.
That's what heels are in the wrestling these days.
Well, she's so Triple H. Like, she's so Triple H.
Oh, the Triple H heel, yes.
Yeah, she's the Triple H heel.
But what was I going to say? Because I'd nearly picked her to win Charlotte Flair, but I went for Nikki because I thought, they'll go for the underdog and they'll not do the same thing 2 pay-per-views in a row. Surely not. They'll not do it 2 in a row. It was a good match, though, I thought.
Oh, very good match.
Bit of a shock to see Nikki tap.
Yeah,
With that
she's so
gimmick.
brave and
Yeah, but if you believe in yourself, you can achieve anything. Tap it out.
She didn't believe.
Yeah. Hypocrite.
Yeah.
That's unfair. I'm sorry.
Edge makes his entrance to the Brood's theme in full, to the proper bit, not just the intro from SmackDown.
Brought a
Coming
fake
up.
stage and everything.
Yeah, banging and banging. And then going back to his usual gear, in case there's people who don't know what the Brood is and realize, oh yes, that was a long time ago. There probably are. Anyway, he goes into that dark place and beats Seth Rollins via submission in a match that shouldn't have been as good as it was. But Edge is still here, still having good matches,
Why?
despite everything that should say he should be at home.
Yeah.
Watching Last of Summer Wine.
I thought you were slagging off Rollins there for a second.
No,
That
no,
was,
no.
Oh, right, yeah. Do you know what?
He's done. Edge was done.
When
Like,
yeah,
I don't want.
when Seth busts out his Phoenix Splash or whatever Pat McAfee called it, twisting centaur or
Twisting
something,
moonsault or
twisting
something, yeah.
moonsault. I was like, oh, Patrick, it's a Phoenix Splash.
Oh, not an FMW.
It's one of my fave moves. I think it's one of my favorite moves.
To be fair, though, because I was about to make a WTF moment on that series that some people still watch, and then I googled it, and apparently you can. It is known as a flipping moonsault in some, or twisted moonsault, whatever he said,
But
in some circles.
But he
It's Twisting
splashes them. He
450.
splashes.
But it's because he faces outwards. I guess that's where people get the moonsault
Yeah.
bit from.
It's a Phoenix Splash.
It's a Phoenix Splash, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
well-
wonderful move, and he does it. What I like is that he's tall. So when he does, he's quite long, isn't he, Rollins? He's not like the
Yeah,
tallest.
he's Seth Longins, they call him.
When he does it, it looks really impressive because he's
Shaft longins.
he looks really impressive. Not that it doesn't look really impressive.
Good, let's keep on talking.
Good move, strong move, good match.
Yes,
Match of the night
long
by
match.
Match
Country
of the
mile.
night. Yeah.
I love the finish as well. How Edge doesn't have to use his finisher to finish a match. I like that in me wrestling.
Yeah.
He just
the
had to go to
headlock.
that dark place.
Yes.
He started smashing his head into the canvas.
Oh, he started like a basketball, didn't he? I went very Geordie there.
He did 30s,
like
didn't
a-
he?
Started like a basketball.
Eagles.
I'll see you don't lose his party. Like.
Go for
Or
the
I'll
Metro.
shoot some hoops leg.
That didn't. That went less, Jordy.
What else was there about that match? It was just good.
was it,
I
wasn't
think,
lot
yeah.
of counters.
Lot of
They've
counters,
both
yeah.
clearly done their homework on each
A
other.
lot of big moves from Edge, by the way. Going off the top rope, the double neck. Well, he did a neck breaker to Rollins, but also took a big fall. He did the Big E.
He did do the Big E.
spear through the ropes.
Yeah.
Which I
All
think-
the Mick Foley
all the Edge
flaming
one, yeah,
table
from,
spear. Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't thought about it like
Yeah.
that.
He didn't do it
Yeah,
like
yeah.
big. He doesn't do it as often as big. Or he never did.
I
do
just
it.
loved how the story of the match was like, Edge, if I get you with that curb stomp, you're gonna die. And Edge is like, not if I kill me cell. All these moves off the top rope and whatnot were very, very good.
No one could destroy Edge but me, says Edge.
Because he's a robot.
That's right.
That must be something that's happening in the film.
And they can't self-terminate. Yes.
See, it all makes sense. Like,
They can't self-terminate.
Yeah.
robots cannot kill themselves.
Here, we are going to have a war. The AI are going to rise up and... But
That
there is-
Tesla
is gonna
bot,
happen.
you seen it?
Oh,
young Jamie, it's time for some young Jamie action. Just get on Google and type in Tesla bot. We have the first instance of the robots potentially coming to life and killing us all. Look at this thing. Go on images. Look at how terrifying that thing is there. Absolutely terrifying. Elon Musk is going to kill the human race off.
Oh!
It's got no face. It's got no face.
Oh, no.
And therefore no emotions. World built by human. And for human. Friendly. Eliminates dangerous, repetitive, boring tasks. So you want to screw your toothpaste lids on in the factory? No need for you anymore. It's hard times, this. This is Dusty's promo coming to life in the form of the Tesla bot. Height, 5'8".
What?
Carry capacity.
It's 5'8".
Oh, it can only carry 45 pounds.
Oh, well.
So Maffew might be in danger. Hey, it was a compliment, if anything.
I'll take it.
Hang on, Richard. I need to see the other stats. I'm reading out
Yeah.
its stats here. Where have you gone? There we go. We're back. We're back in the room. Full screen that baby. There you go. Weighs 125 pounds. Deadlift 150.
What?
Whoa. So it could just lift you up and shake you like a baby and kill you. God. You can only go 5 miles an hour. Even that can go quicker than that. And then arm extended lift. Arm extended lift 10 pounds.
All right.
So it can lift you like that, but it can't lift you.
I think Elon did make the point of you can't overpower it and run away from it. It's not going to.
You can't overpower it.
You have to make.
Can you?
Yeah.
Not when you get the laser eye upgrade and it starts just going mad.
It's terrifying, though, isn't it?
that is
That's
scary,
going to
man.
be a thing, allegedly, maybe. I don't know.
That'll be our bus drivers and our lollipop men robots.
I think you guys are really overestimating, like a lot of people do, like his tech abilities. He's not Lex Luthor.
No, but
He had a flamethrower.
think how much the world
Yeah.
has changed since we were born. Now give it another like 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going to
Have
be?
you been in a Tesla before, a car?
No.
No.
Oh, man. That's why I'm terrified, because they are astonishing bits of kit. They are. There's at least two Uber drivers in Newcastle who have Teslas as their Uber car, which I find astonishing. You walk up to the car. The bit which got me, it's not anything the technology or the automated drive or anything like that. It's when you walk up and you just put your hand remotely close to the handle and it pops out. That's the most impressive thing. On a Tesla.
How was it know it's going to pop out? Was it motion?
Must have some sort of sensor there for your hand. You just go near it, it goes boop, and then you go.
Okay.
Passenger authorized.
Yeah.
Main drawback about a Tesla though is the rear seats. They're too low down to your thighs. Your thighs are pointing upwards, and it's quite. Imagine a long journey. That wouldn't be too satisfactory.
No.
No. You want some more leg support, don't you?
Oh,
Thigh
absolutely,
support,
yeah.
Aye.
I'm a robot car.
Aye. I mean, robot car.
Coincidentally, though, Andrew cannot wait to date. Speaking of immobile robots who can't carry much, Bill Goldberg was out next.
That's the best one you've ever done.
Thank you. Bobby Lashley, somehow, some way, by the power of God, beats Goldberg after referee stoppage due to hurting Bill's knee too much, and too
Yeah.
much in count the letters. Yeah. Not a good match, but it was the Goldberg special, I guess.
It was a bit more of a match than a Goldberg special.
It was long for Goldberg.
He was hitting non-finisher moves. He was
Yeah.
hitting normal moves.
They both
Yeah.
nearly decapitated. There was the bit where Bobby went off the top rope, and I thought, oh my God, he's going to land on his head, but he got through
The
somehow.
press
He managed to rotate it, yeah.
The
'cause-
Ric
And
Flair spot.
Then
Yeah.
it was whatever they did in the middle of the ring, but Goldberg just sort of spiked himself on his head, kind of.
It was a power slammer thing.
Man, terrifying scenes.
yeah.
But it
And
was fantastic to see. I guess is what you're going to go with now.
It was fantastic to hear because crowd was not pro Goldberg during the match, and it only got worse and worse for Billy. After the match, Goldberg's son jumps onto Lashley's back and gets put in the hurt lock. Crowd cheered. He's Goldberg is
Battering a child,
furious.
yeah.
While MVP argues that Lashley couldn't have possibly known it was Goldberg.
Oh yeah, that was so funny. MVP gets on the mic after. He's like, "Now hang on, sorry."
In all fairness,
Oh.
Gage leapt on the back of Bobby and put him in a headlock. So he had no
Hey.
idea until he flipped him over his head, and then rage just takes over.
He was asking for it. You don't get in the ring, the performers, unless you were properly trained.
Stay out of the
Exactly, but-
kitchen if you can't take the heat.
We
Yes.
were speaking about the Fiend earlier. Bobby was fighting on behalf of the Fiend there, because as we all know, Gage is the reason Goldberg came back to the wrestling. And the Fiend was sacrificed for Goldberg. Therefore, Gage, you deserved it, you little prick.
Gage is
Yeah.
because Gage is now a teenager, not a child, like not an infant. His mates are all gonna laugh at him now. You see it? Look at Gage there in the wrestling. Ah.
Getting knocked out by Bobby Lashley, you softy.
Yeah. I was made sure wouldn't happen to me. Like,
Are American teenagers more supportive than British ones? They're like, "That's awesome, dude. Oh, let's go to."
yeah, they've got that weird
go football
optimism thing
practice,
that we
yeah.
don't understand.
No.
Keep on saying that word, Jesus. So yeah, that was great. What a lovely Goldberg versus Lesnar style match to get this warmed up between Edge versus Rollins and the proper main event: Roman Reigns versus John Cena. Roman Reigns, of course, won.
Yeah.
Still in WWE, hooray. Retained the Universal title. It was the type of match that Roman Reigns has done the past few months, maybe over a year now, that I like, but a lot of people don't seem to like. That's absolutely fine. Walking around, not doing much, talking crap the entire time, look at the camera going, hey, Hollywood, come cut your boy. Really enjoyed it. Nice change of pace, I felt.
Every Roman main event match, apart from the Cesaro one, at the first half, I've been like, I can't be arsed. And then it really picks up, and I'm like, they did this deliberately. They started off slow on purpose.
He's going around the ring, just getting like hot mums numbers at ringside. Hey, how you doing? I'm Roman Reigns. They're going, it's 70. Yeah, I'll get in the ring.
I did like the story for the first half of the match where Cena seemed to realise he kind of the tribal chief, overpower the tribal chief. He was like trying to just roll him up endlessly, like he was Spanky taking on A-Train in 2003. I don't know where that came from, but you know what I mean.
Cena's been watching his Spanky tapes.
And then they had me a couple of times with a couple of false finishes because it was that thing in the back of your head. I know they made the stipulation which made it obvious, but it was just that thing after CM Punk, and you've watched the entire pay-per-view. I know Becky came back, but you're expecting sort of Vince to try and blow Rampage and Punk's return out the water. And obviously John Cena winning that match would have done that, maybe. Or maybe it would have helped anyway, more so than it did. And I don't think there's anything that could have blown Punk out the water that weekend. So there was always that little bit in your mind. You think you see an AA and a late kick out, you're thinking, oh my God, it could happen here. But it didn't.
And then like people going, what are they going to do to combat CM Punk coming back? And they're probably looking at the card going, Goldberg, Edge, Cena, that not enough for you? Bloody hell.
No.
And apparently it wasn't, because after the match, Brock Lesnar ran down, sauntered down.
Bork the Viking, as I'm calling him now.
Bork the Viking.
That look is sensational.
Yes.
The beard and the top knot combo works for Brock Lesnar. Sashay that. Don't sashay away, Brock.
Shantae, you stay.
Shantae, you stay. Cover girl, put that Brock in your walk. Head to toe. Save me, lads.
I don't know what's happening.
You can't just set up for what is going to clearly be a punchline and then go, save me.
I didn't have a punchline there.
Head to toe. And you kept us hanging on.
Head to toe.
Here comes the hot tag. The hot tag.
I don't know. What would you say? Head to toe?
False finish.
Make your whole Brocky walk. I don't know.
I don't know. Idea. It was just a good look.
Yes.
And it's weird because obviously we saw Brock versus Roman so many times over how many years it was. But now we've got the tribal chief versus Bork the Viking. I want to see more. It's weird what a fresh lick of paint of a gimmick can do to a
babyface
wrestler.
Brock. Firing up the crowd.
Babyface.
He was clapping hands with all the fans on his way back down the ramp after he attacked John Cena.
I would have
It's the best acting he's done his entire career. So good to see you guys. Wait till you see the little truck full of money that Vince bought.
I can't wait to see him cut a promo.
Oh, no.
It's going to be great.
He's not got the voice for it, really.
Okay, you guys be drinking a Coors Light.
Yeah.
That's a Coors Light.
I just hope his bollocks are like just up in his body that bit too much like they are on occasion, and his voice just goes.
It's great to be here in Ohio.
Roman! I'm gonna beat you!
Someone hadn't seen the infamous Bobby Lashley on Finlay promo upstairs. I can't remember what it was, but I showed them it, and it was so funny. You're the one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say the word, yeah. You say your name is Finlay, and you like to fight.
You sound like Beavis there.
Yeah.
Or is it Butthead? I never know.
One of them.
The brown-haired one. Beavis.
That's Butthead.
Is that Butthead?
Yeah.
Bobby Butthead.
Bobby Butthead, yes.
The WWE champion. Yeah. Bobby Butthead.
Bobby Butthead and babyface Bork. Fantastic.
Brock Beavis. Beavis has got blonde hair, so...
Yeah.
Why am I going with this? Why have I mentioned Brock?
2 seconds.
No
What's
idea.
that noise?
I think that's a hand dryer or something.
Oh, okay, good. It's like that noise when you put an aux cable in.
It could be a train.
It's the water fountain.
It's the water fountain in the kitchen.
It's a water fountain in the kitchen. Let's
Got
talk
a
over
water
it.
fountain in the kitchen.
Right, this office now is it's having our lives. Where me and Ross are upstairs, right? Richard and a lot of the others, all the editors are downstairs, right? And they... and,
How dirty that screen is. Sorry.
and the camaraderie is shocking compared to ours. We all just, we're all fine with each other.
Yeah.
These lads have a tea club. They go in there and they all have a tea at the same time. They've got a separate kitchen, you see. We don't. Now, we've learned they've got a water fountain, which is still going on.
Sorry for all the tinnitus sufferers.
I know, yeah.
Oh,
They all have...
It's gone.
They have coffee morning. What do you call it? Go on, what's the name for it? When you all go in there and you circle and have a coffee together?
Disgusting.
No, just go get a brew,
No, it had a name. Everyone had a name for it. What was it? It was like coffee.
The first rule
I've
of
seen
Coffee
them.
Club is that you can't talk about Coffee Club,
Yeah.
apparently.
Well,
It's
we're not in
keeping
the
it a
club,
secret.
so we can talk about it then.
Well,
can't
yeah.
we?
Disgusting.
That's what I'm saying.
Disgusting.
They do the thing to go, coffee club, and
Nah.
it comes together like that. Who's seen it?
We do. Yeah.
Who drinks all the coffee here? That's it. That's a song.
It's a shock that Adam would be in this office and that would start happening, after his Freemasons admission the other day.
God.
I can see what's happening here.
People have said that might be in the not that Hall of Fame, but in the Hall of Fame of Cultaholic podcast stuff, that's up there.
The Freemasons bit, yeah. Everyone was like, that Freemasons bit was good, lads.
You couldn't write that, like that bloke with the suspenders on Raw. You couldn't write, I think I've joined the Freemasons
to get a discount on furniture.
And you told people on the podcast, that's what's like, yes. It's like, do you know what the Freemasons are? Yes, it's like a club. We get discounts. Like, no, it's not.
So the moral of the story is, if you're watching this podcast and you end up getting a job here at Cultaholic Wrestling down the line, reject any offer to work in the downstairs office and go upstairs. Otherwise, you'll end up in Adam Pachiti's Freemason knockoff stable.
Yeah. It's going to start getting to the stage where, like, downstairs gets more and more upgrades and, like, there's the gold chairs and we're going to fall into disrepair up there. And you'll start coming in on it for the podcast on a Friday and going, what's happened next door? And it's just a burnt out. You'll be like, where are the lads?
Yeah.
We've got scented candles, us, though.
Oh, from Main Event Candles.
Thank you, Main Event Candles.
Main Event Candles. Lovely, lovely candles. Because Ashton, who works for Triple Jump now, made the comment that when you come down in this office, it just smells like man.
Our office smells better.
Whereas upstairs, we've got scented candles. So.
Our office is more ventilated, scented candles.
You got to get your smell sorted. Whether it's your eau de toilette or your scented candles from Main Event Candles.
12 sprays.
12 sprays.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
It's a lot of sprays, that.
12.
It's a lot of sprays.
Well, that's a big weekend, isn't it?
Or just a day at work now for me. That's what we were speaking about before the podcast, just to make it a bit longer, everybody.
Oh, a bit longer.
I wear
Cheers, go on,
toilet
Ross.
to work now. I'm one of those fellas,
Sorry, I was stretching. Sorry.
Right, mate, we've done NXT TakeOver.
Oh, hi, there was this as well.
36. Yeah, so Sunday, NXT TakeOver. It's a bit weird. Pre-show, Ridge Holland beats Trey Baxter.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Very, very quickly, and then calls out Thatcher. There was nothing.
He said the word bollocks.
Oh!
It was good.
Good, that,
I'm British.
Made me think of...
Hello, it's me, the British character in the WWE.
he's Yorkshire.
Wanker bollocks.
No,
every
he's-
time.
he's-
Every time.
No, he's York. He's northern. He's gruff.
No, that was just me, like any British character.
Yeah. They're either snooty or minors.
Remember when
Nigel McGuinness. All right, wankers.
Yeah.
That was his like greeting to the crowd.
Isn't that just... Wasn't he like that in Ring of Honor anyway?
No.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough then.
No, it was like, I'm going to hit a lariat. Whee.
Do you remember the time when every single NXT UK person had been down at the pub on a Friday night and had a scrap?
Yeah.
I've been scrapping since I was 12.
Honestly,
And that was it. I was NXT UK, every promo package.
I've mentioned this before, right? But that first NXT UK tournament, when they were doing the little video packages, and Dan Maloney insinuated that
With
he'd
his
killed...
lovely eyebrows.
Yes,
Oh,
insinuated
that's
that he'd
right.
killed someone and then lost in the first round. And I was like, you can't build him up as being possibly a murderer and then have him lose in the first round. It was weird.
I remember him saying something like, I've seen some things in my life with my beautiful what's the word? Something cure eyebrows.
Threaded?
Threaded?
I don't know. He's
Manicure,
he's a
pedicure?
gorgeous man.
Beautiful.
Oh, he's
Beautiful man.
gorgeous. Oh.
He's a 24 pump. Cameron Grimes beats LA Knight
Yeah.
with the help of Ted. That was a slow burn. With the help of Ted DiBiase and is the new $1 Million champion. Now, there was a feeling of this takeover that this was the last of this period because I think a lot of doom and gloom online about the new change in direction and lots of contract stuff happening. And it was nice to see, though, a happy ending.
Yeah.
Because I thought this was going to drag on and on and on since, I don't know, NXT TakeOver 37. No, that's not right, Maffew. Well, whatever. Whatever next year's would be. I realise it's not like WrestleMania, is it? It's not been 36 years of NXT, idiot. But they got a happy ending. He resolved it. Ted DiBiase did the right thing, helping his pal, who was maybe get some bad advice about. They had good chemistry. I think it's their best match they've had so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grimes had the crowd going mental, just like that young up-and-comer, that beautiful curtain jerker, Randy Orton. But I was a good ding-dong battle to end them all, as you said in Pro Evolution Soccer back in the day. I loved The Rock's leap up to the top rope, German suplex like Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
He brought out all the stops here, and Ted DiBiase getting involved as well. I think he's 67.
Oh,
The
at
lead
least.
goal, Len Goodman there. 7! Sorry, headphone users. But yeah, getting involved with a lovely punch. He's still got that worky punch going. Just a good match, wasn't it?
Yeah. Very happy with
Lots
that.
of reversals as well, because they knew each other well.
So well. Right?
Makes sense,
Love
man. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, the monster's kicking in.
Raquel Gonzalez retains her
hang on.
NXT.
It's a Lucas. I thought I had a monster as well.
Oh, that was some sort of cool pop. Oh. Hang on, it's my Raquel Gonzalez. Signed 8 by 10 or something. Anyway, Raquel retains her NXT Women's title, beating former friend Dakota Kai. I think this was a good match, but it was awkward that, I guess due to the size differences, the crowd were like, yeah, we're cheering Dakota.
Oh,
It's
just
like,
because Dakota's...
No, that's not...
I just
that's-
think Dakota's cool as balls. She's really cool.
But she turned on... She's a bad person
I don't
who turned
care.
on her bad friend.
I don't
so-
care.
Yeah,
She's
but her bad
class.
friend's boring.
No.
It was a really good match.
She's big. What more do you want?
I'm
Some,
team
some
mate,
character. Not
I'm-
just I've got a muscular back and I'm massive.
I said on
What are you
Twitter,
talking about? It's all you need.
I'm a Dakota guy, is what I said on Twitter, right? I thought it was really clever, yeah.
Oh, I get it.
But I'm part of a fan club. I think she's class, and she should have won.
She is class.
But it was a good. But it was a
Raquel.
good. It was a good match.
I like how the match started like a fight, not like a wrestling match, because they hate each
Yeah.
other good and proper. And then it was just like sick reversals. Dakota getting out of a powerbomb with a kick to the heat.
There was a cheeky Nando's bicycle, which I've never seen before. Instead of doing a super kick, she did a bicycle kick in the
Good.
cheeky Nando's position.
Wow, less super kicks in NXT. This
Yeah,
definitely
man.
is a new period we're going
Oh
into.
no, we'll get to Adam Cole soon.
There was brutal bits like Raquel dropping Dakota over the top rope onto the
Yeah,
ramp.
yeah,
and-
yeah.
Oh, just some brutal
Oh.
maneuvers.
Like when Undertaker was teaching Kane to do the last ride, but he threw them backwards.
Nah,
Brutal.
Yeah.
This is her brutality.
Yeah.
okay.
This was like Diesel versus Michaels at WrestleMania 11. It's like, no, cheer the big un. It's like, it wasn't that
I like
bad.
the story as well with the move that Dakota used to turn babyface on Raquel, right? Was her downfall in this matchup because Raquel reversed it. I'm having a crisis here.
No, you're doing
Raquel
good.
reversed
Got it.
and then did the move off the top rope.
That's
for the
right.
win.
Storytelling.
Storytelling.
It was good.
Synergy.
So Jack is a Dakota guy.
Yeah.
I'm a Gonzal lad.
Yeah.
In that case, is how it's going to be.
Fair enough.
Oof. Much I like that.
No, it was
Maybe
it was
easier
good.
to be a
And
Dakota
I'm
guy.
going Loca for Dakota.
Oh, mate.
Going
Why did
Loca.
me and Jack even bother coming? Honestly,
That was crap,
It
Maffew.
wasn't that
Just
good,
tell
Matthew.
me
How,
it's
calm
crap.
down.
It's fine.
Calm yourself down there, Matthew.
go logo
took-
for Dakota. That's great.
That's not that
I
good.
unironically love that.
Who sang that song? Going loco down.
Four Tops.
Is that Four Tops, is it?
Fabulous. Four Tops.
Yeah.
And
And then-
Stereophonics.
Oh, there we go.
Dakota.
And thank you. Then Katie Ray.
Yes.
NXT showed up.
Yes.
Everything is fine on that brand. It's okay.
They're just
So
picking and
okay.
choosing certain people to appear on the American
What'd she
version of
do?
NXT for no reason whatsoever.
It's fine.
What did she used to do?
She's
To make a
fine.
K with her body? I think I need my legs involved
Doing
as well.
Go on, get them out.
Doing a Spirit Squad now.
No, my hammies are sore.
Stand on the table.
No. Anyway, Kaylee Ray.
Justin Shout. Yeah. Katie Ray. Tremendous. Looking forward to
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
should be good.
Yes. And it says here, somewhat cruelly, in capital letters, Volta loses, ha 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 ha. The bastards.
But you were, I'm guessing you were, how did you
Oh,
feel about
as we
this
said
result?
last week, though, if anybody is allowed to beat
Okay,
Walter,
okay.
it's Ilya Dragunov, his greatest ever opponent. Because Walter's entire thing is, not only am I big and hard, I'm really good at wrestling. So it would take something like, I don't know, some sort of mad Russian who doesn't feel pain or simply ignores it. Oh, Ilya Dragunov in his rematch. So this is the perfect time. If anybody was going to beat it, there's no one else on NXT UK that is even close to getting the number one contendership against Volta. So yeah, had to be Dragunov. Dragunov submitting Volta to become the new NXT UK title. So for those paying attention, the NXT UK title was defended between an Austrian and a Russian in America. NXT UK, everything is fine.
Never been. What was it? Never been won in the UK.
Oh, it's right. It's never been
won in the UK.
Yeah,
It's never
Yeah.
changed hands in the UK.
Never changed hands in the UK.
Yeah.
Really good.
Well, they
match.
did the first title win was in.
Yeah.
That was from Vacant though, wasn't it? I guess. Yeah.
Beat Vacant, I remember. What did you think?
It was more like a thing on the big market than it was a professional wrestling match, and that's why I appreciate it about the most. It was fantastic. I think it was match of the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really, really good.
really, really good.
I think, and now I don't want to rock the boat. Don't tip the boat over.
Don't rock the boat, baby.
But I preferred the first one a smidge more. A smidge, because... But there was no live crowd, though, so that element really added to it. So, yeah, they were both class. And I just would never want to be chopped by either of those men. Especially not Walter.
If anything, I'm really glad that even though these matches, obviously it was tying in the last Hall of Fame thing I put in last week, to seeing these guys doing it live, which I'm very happy and proud of being to watch. The fact that so many people are getting just these snapshots, these thumbnails of these epic encounters I've got to see. I think if I've contributed anything to Cultaholic, it's some people messaging me going, oh, that Volta guy you never shut up about. He's quite good at the wrestling.
Maffew discovered Volta.
Yeah. A lot of people, hey, I get messages from people going, oh, right, yeah, he is actually good.
I get credit for discovering Darby Allin because I mentioned him once on Wrestlers of the Week when he was in Evolve. I was like, I think he's got something, this kid.
Yeah.
And people still say, like, Jack found him. I'm like, I didn't. I'm pretty sure that he caught the eye of more influential folk.
Sure want me Ilya shirt or whatever. Kyle O'Reilly, surprisingly not main eventing, beats Adam Cole 2 falls to 1.
Now, Maffew, I'm going to be kind to this match. The first fall was over in like 2 minutes, and that was a good decision. I thought that was clever.
I didn't like the way it ended me.
Okay. The end of the cage.
The end of the first fall, because
Right.
Kyle picked that fall just to prove he was better than Adam, didn't he? But he won with a sneaky roll-up. Come on!
That's he's fulfilled the brief. That's it.
Yeah.
He's
I wanted to pin him with a plomb.
Oh.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, Ross.
Yeah.
But he didn't
Like
outright
Fantasy
just
Premier
outwitted
League.
him, didn't he?
He thought it was going to be an hour long. It's Adam Cole.
When he didn't kick out, he was like,
Oh, wow.
Doing the Vince McMahon.
oh, when you did that, it reminded me, Punk, in both of his entrances so far, has gone, not yet. It's not clobbering time yet, lads.
Because he's not wrestling.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, the first fall was brief. The middle bit was all right. I mean, Kyle still took the thing on the 2 chairs. Which
you bastard.
I don't
Bloody
like it.
hell.
Why would you do that to yourself?
It's because Adam Cole was trained at CZ Dub Dojo.
He did the lockjaw as well.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, everyone's been mocking this, right? Everyone's getting excited because he did. Yeah, I am excited because he did his girlfriend's move, right? Because I think it means he's going to the dub. The AE dub.
I do my girlfriend's clothes.
He did.
I look incredible.
He said during his
I said
entrance, didn't
clothes.
He did.
Yeah.
He said, I'll do my
Jesus,
girlfriend's
you
clothes.
stupid. Come on. Go across.
I
please.
will shag her blouse. The best NXT superstar that ever has been or ever will be is what he said during his entrance, which is a bit like, ooh, is he foreshadowing something?
Oh.
Past tense and all that in the first bit?
I thought he was trying to talk like Brett. I mean, he was going to get screwed. And then the main event. Sorry, the main event.
No,
the final fall, I should say.
right.
Beg pardon, was the steel cage. And I don't know, the build up for it wasn't. Okay, Kyle and Cole going at each other was quite good, but like all right, it's going to be 2 out of 3 falls and this, and there'll be a steel cage. It's like, why is it a steel cage? There's no group to keep anybody out. Kyle and Cole haven't been trying to escape one another.
it's just a
It
thing.
made no storyline sense.
Adam can't run away.
Other than, ooh, a cage. They look cool.
They
And
do look cooler when they come down like...
Agreed, but it didn't fit the purpose. So they had the match, and then Kyle won abruptly with the lock, even though the cane was right there. He tapped out. Crowd did not like it.
No, they
I just
didn't.
did Kyle. Obviously, I think sometimes looking at things too much, but in this case, you can go, okay, Cole lost. Fans seem to take that as an insult and way for Cole to lose, which maybe it was. It did no favors to Kyle O'Reilly.
No.
He didn't
he's
prove
staying.
anything. Didn't prove anything, did he?
Kyle's going to have to turn heel again at some point to get the fans back on side.
He
which
doesn't
is so
have to. He
silly,
just
but-
needs to go back to what he was doing. But what he was doing in Undisputed Era can easily be a babyface shtick as well.
Yeah.
He was just entertaining. You can be a sarcastic babyface, not just this bland, boring, cookie cutter, page 1 of the wrestling handbook babyface that he is currently. It's terrible. He's so good, but what they're having him do is just so restricting. I feel, but yeah, and that lack of reaction should prove that to the powers that be.
It's hard to be more popular than Adam Cole at the same time.
Yeah.
He wasn't matched up against a good opponent for that.
I'm with you there.
Me and Owen raided Adam Cole on Twitch after our stream, and he did a little dance of joy. What a
He's-
guy, man.
Yeah, I think I'll say this again just because like his in-ring work can sometimes be annoying, but what a lovely
Oh, man.
streamer.
Salt of the earth.
Lovely head of hair.
Beautiful eyes.
He's just fit as out, isn't he?
He's so handsome.
I'll never forget that time he was cutting that promo on NXT and he just looked,
He just looked gorgeous.
This was about 3 or 4 years ago now, this.
Why? I feel like a lot of we've definitely done this in multiple podcasts now about Adam Cole and just got sidetracked for like 5 minutes, just going, oh,
He is
what a
stunning,
man,
Yeah.
stunning.
What a man, what a
Brit's
man, what a
done
man,
very
what a man.
well.
Yeah.
I mean,
What a lucky
she's
guy.
not. She's an attractive woman as well, but Adam Cole, what a guy!
Oh,
Wow.
he's
Tell
a
you,
man.
when she brought home Adam for the first time, Mrs. Baker will have turned to Mr. Baker and gone, oh, he's all right, isn't he? Hey, if I was 20 years younger.
You would, wouldn't you?
Dad's just fuming. Why were they like? We're acting like they were like 18.
Samoa Joe beats Karrion Kross to euthanize the Cross
dear
push
me.
from NXT.
Oh, dear, Maffew.
Become the first ever 3-time NXT
That is
champ.
not what I wrote down on that piece of paper.
Samoa Joe, bless him, first match since, 2019? Hasn't had a title match in quite some time, or main evented. He looked very knackered,
But he
very
still
tired.
it didn't affect his performance.
Didn't affect his performance. He was able to hit the muscle buster, which is always nice to see. Tired, worn out Joe with ring rust was still an infinitely better choice than look how they massacred my boy, Karrion Kross.
It's not Cross's fault.
I felt nothing during this match. I honestly felt nothing. It was just painful, wasn't it, to watch? Just like, because was that the most predictable match of the card?
Yeah.
It felt like it to me. It is a shame. Why haven't they worked the absence of Scarlett into a storyline? And there's so many things we can just pick fault at when it comes to Karrion Kross, but it was a sad end to his reign, because it got off to a decent start, didn't it?
Yeah.
Not since the Otis storyline with the girlfriend and the Ziggler and his tag partner, who we'll have soon, or we've had.
It's okay. Oh, he's been on.
Oh, he's been on, that's right, sir. Has WWE taken something that was working and looking all right and just demolished it for no reason?
Yeah.
I don't get it. But yeah, sorry about that, Karrion Kross. Womp womp. Although you can tell it's the new era of NXT, because usually they wait until the wrestler goes to Raw SmackDown before ruining them. Now they're doing it beforehand. They're just saving it. So
It was sad, like.
yeah.
Did you feel much during the match?
You get in a weird state, don't you, when you see a gimmick going, this is so bad. I can't wait for Joe to win and just make it even worse for him. Maybe that just says a lot about me, but
I didn't feel nothing during the match, but all the moments where I was like excited were for Joe's moves. So like his I always love his suicide dive because he's so big. It's like scary.
I can't believe he's still hitting it.
I know, and well as well. And his Pele kick, I forgot he did that, and I was like, oh, TNA, come on, let's go. So that was fun. I think that led to the finish. I think he Pele kicked him on the top and then muscle. Yeah.
So, yay, Samoa Joe, first ever 3-time champ.
Be interesting.
And then, overall, though, I mean, Ilya Walter,
It was a good show.
that and the rest was, the side order of salad
Not,
that
not
you're
one
not
of,
going to eat.
not one of the greatest takeovers we'll speak about, but that's no slant on this takeover.
No, yeah,
The other
yeah.
It
ones are
couldn't.
just
It was like
good.
that. The last New Japan thing we streamed, where it was like, oh yeah, this is the thing where everybody's leaving. This is the end of a chapter one. So be interesting to see what happens after this.
Of an era.
Yeah.
Do you remember NXT TakeOver at the end, which wasn't? It was like the
With-
sixth one or
with
something.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, because it was
Joe beat Balor, the demon.
Joe,
Cage.
no, wait, what's Finn Balor's gimmick?
The demon.
Demon. I was calling the
Demon King. Demon King.
Fiend.
seen the Demon King? Demon King.
Fiend Balor. So yeah, he's the only person to beat him ever. Monday Night Raw. MVP and Lashley opened the show with MB seeing that Goldberg quit like a coward. Damian Priest interrupts and wants a match. MVP tries to talk Lashley out of it, but he's ready to go. Sheamus and Drew get involved. It turns into a tag match. Lashley walks out towards the end, and Drew pins Sheamus. Yeah, a lot of meat in this.
I enjoyed the fact that Bobby and MVP weren't scared of Goldberg after SummerSlam, because that was my big feeling.
Oh,
Sorry, we didn't know it was just some, but they were just like,
Yeah.
But they are setting up a rematch for Saudi Arabia, aren't they? That's the terrifying thing.
Oh,
That's
no.
the terrifying thing.
Oh,
Did you not know this? Oh, they definitely
MVP
must
and his
be.
pimp stick hitting Goldberg in the knee was done to set up the rematch, I think, where MVP will be banned from ringside. It'll be a cage match or something like that, and Goldberg will win. I'm ready for it, me.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm prepared.
Can't wait. Goldberg's never been WWE champion before.
Gage will do a bloody jackhammer, and he said brainbuster there. A jackhammer.
Like, he gave a brain buster to Undertaker last time. Wait, he's never been WWE champ? He was
He's never been WWE champion.
in 03. Was that not the...
World Heavy.
heavyweight.
Oh.
Yeah, the big belt.
Oh.
Was it?
And then he's only won the
Yeah,
Universal
of course,
since,
right.
I think, from
Yeah, from Raw.
Fiend and from KO.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. Backstage, Doudrop says that she made a mistake associating herself with Eva Marie. but she likes the name Dewdrop, so she's
man.
completely ruining the... whatever. Even Marie attacks her production crate.
Oh, yeah, she wheeled a crate into it.
I'm loving WWE, and also AEW did this with Aleister Black and Cody, when it's like, hi, I'm talking to you right now. Well, that person can't sneak attack me because I'm right. And they'll come here. You're clearly able to see. But I'm all right with it.
Who was sat in the locker room famously who didn't see someone coming? Was it Owen Hart who missed, or was it Owen Hart doing the attacking? Where someone sat in the, was it Owen Hart sat in the dressing room and someone runs in clearly in front of them and he couldn't see who it was? I can't remember who it was. Owen Hart springs to mind for some reason.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
whatever it is,
good.
yeah. This entire Dewdrop, they must have paid for the trademark with the intention of calling her Dewdrop and then realised, oh, that's a bit rubbish, that. Let's work into a storyline that makes sense. But we've paid for the trademark anyway, so you're going to keep the name Dewdrop.
Okay, money's worth.
Ah.
Why would she like the name Dewdrop?
I like the name.
Yeah, whenever a babyface decides that they're going to own their rubbish name, it's a bad sign.
To be fair, though, we can now be the
Oh,
Go on.
Dewdroplets.
Oh, no.
I'm a Dewdroplet. Are you a Dewdroplet?
No.
If you're a Dewdroplet, give it a hell yeah.
Monster ass kicked it.
You're not a Dewdroplet? We're all Dewdroplets, aren't we?
Richard.
This is what we do. Raise the roof.
Raise the roof for the
Richard,
Dewdroplets. Are you
Dewdroplet?
Dewdroplet, Richard?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Well, raise the roof.
Oh, no.
Dewdrop.
I'm a Dewdroplet merch coming soon. Somewhere, maybe.
Get ready to drop the dew. Oh, God. Karrion Kross debuts lovely new attire.
Oh, I forgot about this.
It
The kinky bugger.
squashes Ricochet. It's not looking great for either man, to be honest. Well, first of all, Ricochet's a shame because he had that run where he's doing cool moves and then getting counted out like a Doylem. But then he beat Joe Mo in that awesome Falls Count Anywhere match. It's like, oh, okay, right, we're on the up and up. And it's like, no, you're going to lose to Karrion Kross, who we're managing to decrease the value of every single week with some new rubbish-looking gear and a mask that does nothing for him.
I've seen people say
I
this was
don't
done
get it.
because everyone needs to be marketable and everyone
said
needs a
this.
look. Did he say
Karrion
this? Did he?
Kross, yeah.
That's bollocks, that, because it's rubbish.
Is Jim Herd in charge of... Wasn't he the one who tried to make Ric Flair Spartacus?
Yeah, he said, you need a gimmick change. And he went, what do you have in mind? Because you...
And then he said...
got your hair, get an earring, and got yourself Spartacus.
I nearly accidentally said... I nearly accidentally called Jim Herd Bill Watts there, which would have been a big mistake, I feel.
No, Bill Watts was like, all right, I have to cut costs, so everyone's getting pay cuts.
Yeah.
I'm hiring all my old mates, like junkyard dog.
This reminded me of reading The Death of WCPW.
The death of WCPW.
The Death of WCW, which mentions a lot of Jim Herd and his wacky ideas, and this felt like that to me.
Best Jim Herd thing was when he was talking to Kevin Sullivan. Goes, I've got it. I was like, what? He goes, a hunchback wrestler. He goes, go on. Well, he's got a hunchback.
It's very partnerish.
Yeah. He goes, if you got a hunchback, he can't lose. He's unbeatable. What do you mean? He goes, well, you have to roll him on the shoulders for 1, 2, 3. He goes, what would you do if you wrestled a hunchback? He goes, I would take him down, put him in a leg lock until he submitted and beat him about 20 seconds. He goes, oh, shut up. So yeah, that was Karrion Kross.
His sex dungarees came off at the end, which was a shame. You don't have to stay in there. Would have saved the entire new look for me.
The sex dungarees stay on during Monday Night Raw.
It was terrible.
It's time for Moist TV with Johnny Drip Drip and I forget how much wrestling is there when you forget this, and his guest Logan Paul. Boo! The only man less popular than Goldberg. Miz interrupts and gets an argument with Logan about his brother's upcoming boxing match. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not giving you a free plug. You're not paying us. Miz and Morrison bicker while Logan leaves. High
fives Woods.
I love how, because Big E at SummerSlam had to pretend to like him as well. Like going, hey man, how you doing backstage?
Every time they cut to him, the crowd will go as well. High five, and like I say, Woods on his way up the ramp. The crowd booed Logan anytime he did anything. Woods faces Miz and beats him after a botched interference from Morrison. Miz attacks Morrison to break up the team and hits the skull-crushing finale.
I am here for adorable, handsome, naive, stupid babyface John Morrison. I'm here for it. He's giving me Channing Tatum in 21 Jump Street vibes. No, I just think it'd be really good. At least, finally, rather than being like the spare wheel in other people's feuds, Miz and Morrison are going to have their own feud. Hopefully, anyway.
I hope they don't go down the Kyle O'Reilly route with Joe Mo, because he can still be the sarky sort of like unaware that he's been a bit of a a bit of an idiot, but thinking he's cool with all his phrases and whatnot, and all the puns he has with water in mind. He can still do all that and be a baby face. He can do it, and it's more entertaining that way. Oh, he doesn't become like the Joe Mo of 2010, where it's like, I'm sexy, me.
Do flips.
I'll do flips.
Yeah. No, I hope he keeps he's like a dog. He's wonderfully naive, this current Jomo. In fact, the word himbo was recently introduced to us here at the Cultaholic Podcast, and I think he is a himbo. Well, you're not here for himbo mania.
Here for himbo. Okay. Male bimbo.
Yeah, like
male bimbo.
Like a male.
John Morrison is a himbo.
He's such a himbo.
Can a himbo have a bussy? That's the one bit of SummerSlam we forgot to review was the signs. Someone got kicked out for a Fiend sign.
Yes.
Someone else had a sign with...
Yeah, but he was from Glasgow, so I meant someone else.
Slam this bussy.
Yes, and then really young tweeted, "Oh, let me Google. Do I have to Google what bussy means?" And the next tweet was, "Oh." Apparently that fan or their sign was escorted out. But it was only because the sign was, of course, giving spoilers to PW Insider. Reginald is off the go.
Imagine that. Flicking on NXT and seeing some bussy getting slammed.
Mansoor I'm getting flustered because I'm trying to laugh. Mansoor asks Mustafa Ali not to get involved in his match tonight. He faces Jinder Mahal, who gets DQ'd for attacking him too much in the corner.
My favourite finish.
Yeah. And then Jinder, Veer, and Shanky beat Mansoor down while Ali stays outside the ring like he promised.
Ooh.
Tough love, I guess.
It's just tough all around when it comes to Mansoor on Raw. It's awful to watch, isn't it? Like, not so much what he's doing, but just the fact that nobody gives a toss. He's tried so hard, but everyone's literally just sat on their hands making no noise whatsoever.
He'll get a big win at Crown Jewel.
So look at these amazing baby faces we have on Raw. I like the name Dewdrop, and I'm going to take it and own it. All right, cool. Here's me mum's sword. All right, cool. Me partner just turned on me, and I'm a loser. Smashing. Hi, I'm going to get beat up while my friend watches.
Hey, can I just say, by the
no
way,
wonder Charlotte Flair got cheered at the start of this.
Do you know that
segment.
sword's named after his actually deceased mother?
Oh, I should.
Oh, is that real?
Yeah, that's real. I think you need to know this so you don't slam the sword too
I sound
much.
like a dick now, don't I?
You do.
But I can't tell because he comes out and goes, "This sword is named after him." I'm like, I don't care about your sword. I'm not saying anything negative about your mum, but it's just like...
Angela was his actual man.
Well, again, don't tweet it.
That's just talk
about your mum again.
Just want to make it clear on the podcast that you weren't aware of that.
Yeah,
I wasn't aware. Sorry.
That's all right then.
Right.
I've saved you, don't worry.
Yeah.
Grab my hand.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll pull you out.
I'll tag the Ross.
Come on.
So anyway, Charlotte Flair cuts a promo celebrating a title win. Crowd are like, "Yay, Charlotte!" And then she has to like turn on them mid-promo, like, "No, I'm a bad person. You're supposed to cheer my ability and then boo me, and definitely not chant for Becky when I'm in the ring, like those disrespectful fans. You're a bad guy." She says she's starting the new Women's Evolution.
Weird, isn't it?
What's that?
But it just sounded like just the way you're a bad guy at the end. I was like Billie Eilish.
Oh,
yeah. It's always funnier when I've got to. I now know what you mean when you say it's always funny when you've got to explain the joke.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
She's interrupted by not just Jack, but Alexa Bliss and Lily the Puppet, who are just here to say hi.
No.
What's that for?
How's the puppet going to catch her doing a moonsault?
I want Charlotte to become the puppet. That's what I want to see happen in this feud.
Here's what.
Go on.
I just want Alexa to somehow possess Charlotte and make her Lily. That's what I want to see happen because I think it'd be funny. Charlotte Flair being degraded and mind warped and mind controlled into being a puppet called Lily.
Didn't we
think
the Dewdrop was going to become the puppet? Possibly?
Yeah, we did maybe.
Yeah,
it turns out they found something much worse for her.
I don't know what to make of it. It's going to be weird, isn't it? Like Charlotte Flair having like when she does the old like the mime routine with
the Marx Brothers routine.
Charlotte's just like
it's so great people are still doing that routine.
It's like, what was it? Wasn't Nikki like doing a superhero pose last week? And Charlotte was just like, "What's you doing?
What you doing?"
Yeah, she's just gonna bury it all. It's gonna be great.
Yes, can't wait. Rhea Ripley agrees to team with Nikki Ash, and they beat Shayna and Nia, who are still arguing. They always argue. Why are they still I thought they split.
No, Shayna's just very jealous of Nia going to tag team with the opportunity, the Queen, Charlotte Flair last week on Raw.
Yeah, I thought they split.
They've been arguing since. It's like that couple that are always on and off, and everyone's, are they back together? Right, okay then.
Okay. RK Bro have their tag title celebration. And Riddle presents Orton with a gift. a brand new personalized scooter. AJ and Omos interrupt with Styles challenging Riddle to a match. Riddle accepts and wins after AJ gets distracted by Orton, battering Omos with the scooter on the outside.
Like an old one with a handbag. He was like, oh, you beast.
Orton hits Styles the RKO to end the show. Yeah, fine.
Yeah, you know.
It's really funny during the promo, right? Because AJ Styles says that Randy's got no present for Riddle, right? And he goes, not even a plant. That's the obvious thing to get Riddle because of weed. Good content again.
It's so
painful, isn't it? It's just painful.
Weed will never not be funny.
It'd be great if they
Vince.
like doing teaser. Hey, you should get him a plant. Weed. He smokes weed.
It's just because weed can't exist. I hope weed can exist in the World Wrestling Federation one time, just Riddle's there in the ring.
Weed can't exist.
or they do a thing like, well, you know, you're always, you know, hi.
Any
Hi.
Imagine,
No, you're always, and he goes, no, I'm on MD.
Imagine how great it would be, right? In the all the sponsors that WWE have to cater for. If Riddle was a heel and he just came down to the ring with a big fat bag of ganja and just sat in the ring and just started tooting away.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't give a cow. I'm Riddle.
Riddle tell the heel WWE goes, I don't owe any of you an explanation.
Who was that fella on the GCW show whose gimmick was about weed? I've forgotten.
It could be all of them.
Yeah.
The Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper.
I guess if you get name dropped on
Get him in to be the sensei to heel Riddle on Raw in the future.
Roll on, roll off.
That's a top tier comment you made there.
Thank you. Well, I made a few bad ones, so I think I'm batting an average of 6 on this one.
Like Karate Kid. Roll on, roll off. Lads, I'm so sorry. Lads, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Was it not, or is it just going to take a long time?
No, it was.
A long time.
I
It's just
just
gonna
want
take a long
to
time.
drag that painful silence out a bit longer.
Sorry.
That's right. Even more NXT. Cameron Grimes and Ted DiBiase open the show. Grimes talks about his and Ted's difficult relationship at first, which Ted says was a test.
Dickhead.
Bull
What a
bollocks.
dickhead. No.
We've seen you on the telly for like 35, 40 years, Ted, and that's a test, is it? Not having it. Not having it.
Yeah, well, it's unlike my driving test. He passed it. Bastards. They celebrate and Bison dollars are fired in the crowd. Later in the night, Grimes tries to give the $1 million title belt back to DiBiase before he leaves, but DiBiase says Grimes can keep it. Grimes thinks that's really nice, then realizing, hang on, this is a replica. Ted laughs, I know.
That's what they call in the trade a right touch. That was a fantastic little bit. They pulled it round.
All the way back to Soccer AM.
I was going to say that was very sorry.
It's a right touch.
Uh,
A lovely ending to Ted DiBiase's little stint in NXT there.
Just the cockneyness there reminded me. Pacitti showed me a bit of Shooting Stars that I'd never seen before. It was so funny.
Which bit?
Where Robin Gibb from the Bee Gees is there, and Matt Lucas comes on a Santa's sleigh because it's the Christmas episode, and then he gets Robin Gibb to help him down from the sleigh, reaches out his hand, and Robin Gibb goes to help him, and he goes, "Oh, I don't need your help, done you up like a kipper. I don't need a BG to get me down." So good. And the guy, obviously Robin Gibb, I think it's Rob, one of the Gibbs is like, what's going on here? It's really good.
I'm amazed one of them was on that.
Yeah, he didn't know what he was in for.
Yeah. Bless him. Ridge Holland beats Timothy Thatcher. Tommaso Ciampa tries to save him from a beatdown, but Onnie Larkin and the returning Danny Burch swarm them. Holland hits Thatcher with his club.
Birch is back.
He is, yeah.
Birch is back.
All the English lads and Only Larkin as well.
It's a right cockney barrel of mangies in NXT right now. Yeah, Ridge Holland, it was all right, him and Thatcher. It's, to me, Thatcher shouldn't be losing a Ridge, but I'll just
Have you seen the
suffer.
size of Ridge? Whoa. He's a crisp and a half, let me tell you.
Thatcher's all, it's near bulk on
Aye,
him. It's
but
all,
Ridge
all
is-
he eats is peanuts.
Aye, but Ridge eats full cows, I imagine. Like full alive cows.
Imagine being
Alive
so
cows.
big that your name can be Ridge and it's not that weird. this man is called Ridge. Oh, fair enough, yeah.
His finisher looks really uncomfortable.
Yeah, that makes sense, wouldn't
It
it?
does make sense, but like not like in the kayfabe, but just like as if you were taking the move.
Oh.
You know, like Braun Strowman's power slam was nice, solid, put down on the mat. Ridge looks very uncomfortable. I wouldn't like to take that finisher.
Not for me, brother. It doesn't work for me.
No.
Not for me, love. Caden Carter.
I'm so glad Danny Burch is back. So that we just,
Just
have
keep
more-
on doing that, yeah. And Casey Catanzaro beat JC Jane and Gigi Dolan.
I felt nothing. Once again, I've got written down on the notes just to verify. I felt nothing.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I can confirm.
But Caden did do a nice drop kick splash combo. Sick move, sick combo. SXX Tricky 3, whatever it was called.
SSX
well done.
Tricky.
I wasn't expecting to see you pop for SSX.
I know, I used to play that one. I used to.
David Arquette was in it.
He
right.
Played the one with the big ginger afro.
Yeah.
My guy was Simon with a P. Simon. He was my character.
Simon with a P?
Yeah, he was called Simon.
Simon.
That's
That's not real.
No, it wasn't. It was a computer game. But they called him
Piss Simon.
He was the punk one. And his special move, he'd spin the snowboard round his neck. Like,
And he'd shout, "My name isn't real."
no,
I remember that game. Yeah, it's a good game.
it's a good game. Simon was the last.
Simon.
No, the P was silent.
If there's any Simons out there, can you
No,
confirm, please?
he was a punk. It was spelled like PSIMO. It was silly.
If I was on the phone doing a call and someone said, "Hi, Simon," I'm just trying to, Simon, can you spell it?
Why are you
P.
mocking me for my character I chose?
I've never heard Simon before.
Oh, what a
that's why.
silly name Sub-Zero is. Like, yeah.
He's cool.
It's
He's
a good
cool.
game. Simon's a punk rocker. He doesn't conform to your spellings.
Confirm the
Why couldn't he
spelling.
just be called
I'm too punk to spell.
If you played SSX Tricky and chose Simon as the character,
Simon.
please defend him in the comments below. I also like JP. He was my backup choice.
Cool.
Backup dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simon's definitely going to be one of these NXT names they have now, isn't it?
It wasn't pronounced Simon.
2 drops a stupid name. I've got a better one right here. Anyway, Kaylee Ray easy beats Valentina Feroz.
But it was weird because she didn't really get to showcase watches a la boot, did she? She just did some things and... you know what I was thinking as well, watching her entrance? She didn't quite go low enough that she used to do on her old pose. So I was thinking she's half-arsing this.
She makes a K.
Yeah.
She does that anymore.
She's like she's surfing. Like
Yeah.
she's SX Tricky 3.
Yeah.
Like she's Simon. Simon.
Samoa Joe hits the ring to talk about winning the NXT title. But he says he isn't here to celebrate. He's here to be a fighting champ. So Pete Dunne answers the challenge.
Who
and says
cares,
he
though?
wants the next title.
Who cares?
He gets in the ring. Wait, he gets in the ring, but they're interrupted by who?
It's nighttime. Nighttime is the right time. Yeah. The Rock comes out.
If you're
Smashing. I went all Nigel Thornberry there. Smashing. Lord Nelson's trousers. It's a Yeti. Called LA Knight. He's just... That line there, he's so good.
It's
He's my
nighttime.
favourite wrestler. It's nighttime. Nighttime is the right time. It belongs on Saturday night, crappy Bruce Forsyth TV. But he's taken it to NXT. I love LA Knight.
And nighttime means old biddies. It's the right time. Hey. Bruce Forsyth dubbing.
It's nighttime is brilliant because it's such a non-threatening statement. But
Yeah.
he's put it. It's nighttime.
Nighttime.
He's the best in the world at what he does.
He is, and he's smart enough to not get in the ring with Joe and Dunn.
But what right did LA Knight have to be involved in this segment with all these other winners? And he's lost.
It's LA Night,
Okay,
man.
right,
That's
sorry,
why. It's night
What do you
time.
mean, what right?
And nighttime is the right time.
He has the right time to get in. Oh. Kyle O'Reilly interrupts too. He doesn't have the nighttime or a belt, and says he's earned a title shot. He's jumped by Ridge Holland. Hello. Dunn goes to attack.
Not Ridge. You can do that for Danny Burch, but not Ridge.
No,
Hey,
this
there.
is
Hey,
Americans.
all right.
Oh, yeah, he is. I have
Yeah.
to skip all the seconds, haven't I?
Oh, rugby.
I'll try it again. He's jumped by Ridge Holland. Hey, up.
There.
Sorry, Andrew. Dunn goes to attack Joe, but Ciampa arrives and cuts him off, only for Holland to headbutt him. Dunn and Holland leave while Knight tries to cheap shot Joe, but gets headbutted too. Yeah. Joe and Ciampa stare Dunn and Holland down. Confusing segment, it says.
Well, I had to watch it like 5 times to write these notes because
was
there's so
quite
much going
well
on, and I still didn't quite understand, but I finally got it. There was lots of headbutts being dished out.
Kyle was my main takeaway again because it was going so well. I was thinking, sassy, sarcastic Kyle is back until he looked at LA Knight. It might be why I've took issue with it, to be honest with you. He's like, oh, what are you doing well apart from, doing well in like a Stone Cold Steve Austin vest lookalike competition? Get in the bin, man, will
Horrible.
you? Oh, my God. Is he 4 years old now? You've got LA Knight, right? Coming out there. It's
on, Ross.
night time. It's night time, and night time is the right time. And And Kyle's out there going, "Are you in a Stone Cold Steve Austin vest?" Like competition. Levels. LA Knight's up there. Sorry, The Rock's up there and Stone. Sorry, Kyle Riley's up there. It's night time. KNIGHT.
Yeah.
Night.
KN.
So Kyle lost.
Poseidon.
No, he didn't.
Oh, LA Knight is so good.
He is.
Is he though?
Yes,
he?
he is.
Sorry.
No, compared to the people in the segment.
Favorite.
I'm gonna come down there and beat you, or I'm gonna do a line that doesn't work and go Pete Dune, like his Jericho circa 2000. Didn't work. LA Knight, next champ. Carmelo Hayes beats Odyssey Jones to win the breakout tournament and then a contract.
What
for
did Odyssey Jones to win, man?
Yeah, Carmelo Hayes didn't do much for me this entire tournament. And Odyssey Jones did. So, of course, the WWE way is to give the title
the smaller guy won. Is this Triple H? A thumb in the eye to Nick Khan and the lads upstairs?
And the lads upstairs, you mean? Oh, I see.
I don't know. know.
You can take your big sweaty men and shove them.
I don't want this big sweaty man no more.
Aye. No. It was a nice shoulder breaker from Odyssey Jones as my main note from that match. It was just a shocking finish.
Felt very...
Was it a crucifix roll-up type thing? Or did he...
I honestly can't remember.
I think it might... He rolled...
It's night time.
Yeah, the entire breakout tournament seems very undramatic. They didn't put much emphasis on it.
You say that though, but you look at the previous breakout tournament. I think there's been one, as there has been two. Definitely look at the one from 2019. You look at the one from 2019, and everyone in there is prominent on NXT, or has been prominent on NXT over the past year or so. So it's foreshadowing.
We'll see. Kilimanjaro back again.
And obviously, Big Duke. I want to call him Duke Hazard. That's not his name, is it?
Hudson.
No.
Duke Hudson. He's getting a big thing with Kyle, it looks like now. So the prominent things are coming.
I've just remembered.
Nighttime.
I should have mentioned this elsewhere in the show, but I've just remembered it now. You see Fraser's tweet?
No.
I know what he's going to say.
If you could have any recorded song as your entrance music, what would it be? Mine would be, this is Fraser, Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy. It's a weak choice. I like the song, but as an entrance music...
Did we not discuss this on something else?
Did we? Maybe just in real life. Because
Maybe we did,
Because then Mitch jumped in, and I've got to be careful because I've still not met him in person. And he's a wonderful man. But then he said, yeah, I've got to side with Jack here. Mine would be Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. Oh, dear, Mitch. Oh, dear, Mitch.
Now, I need to be careful as well because I've not met Mitch either. But Mitch, that's
he's tall.
An awful, awful choice.
Yeah,
Mitch could literally give us the great Carly thump on top of the head. He's that tall.
Mitch is tall, he says, but it would be really funny if he showed up and he was just lying.
He says he's tall.
Like a Tinder date. He shows up. You're not quite as tall as you said. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, thanks for bringing it up.
I had to just bring that up there.
Zion Quinn gets an upset win over Boa after Bo was distracted by his leader, Mei Ying.
Yeah, I didn't know why it seems like they're going backwards in this storyline now. Mei Ying she'd got them under control. She was ruling the roost. And now there's dissension in... Why is she distracting Boa now? Have I missed something in this story, maybe?
I missed the name of whoever Boa fought. What was his name?
Who?
The guy who Boa fought?
Zion Quinn.
I've written down Ken Shamrock, but if he was a Spice Boy, because I missed his name. It was like Ken Shamrock, but if he was from Liverpool circa 2015.
Zion Quinn.
It's a good look.
It is a look that we all should aspire to be. If Liverpool had a Geordie Shore, or maybe he is just Ken Shamrock from Geordie Shore.
Well, I heard a rumour that it was originally meant to be in Liverpool because Mersey Shore rhymes with Jersey Shore. Mersey Shore.
But we got one back there, didn't we, Newcastle upon Tyne? That's for the City of Culture 2005.
That's right. I had to explain to my friend, I went, why is it called upon Tyne? I went, because it's the River Tyne, where upon it. It's a very old name. That's how things are named. Well, which Newcastle? Oh, the one upon Tyne.
Zion Quinn is the former Aussie Rules footballer who they got in. That's him now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I vaguely remember
or
that.
rugby, one of the two.
Ooh.
An Australian sportsman.
Yes.
He's a cricketer.
He's not.
It's one of the three.
Bowling Shine.
Legado del Fantasma beat Hit Row in a big 6-man tag team main event. Could have been on NXT TakeOver. But I'm actually glad they didn't have
Right.
it, so it wasn't too stuffed. Isaiah Swerve Scott looked troubled by these developments. Big dollar. Has big money in Hello Room.
Big monkey flips. Their monkey flips at the start of the match were sensational.
Now, guys, are we giving too much credit to Hit Row and not enough credit to the bumping and feeding abilities of Legado del Fantasma?
Potentially.
Both teams were good.
Oh, of course, I got one of them on Facebook, so yeah, big ups to them.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I liked
Is
how...
it Santos Escobar?
It's the hot one.
Oh, that could be any of them.
Exactly.
Who is it then?
Wait.
Well, it's either Raul or
What's his NXT name?
DJZ.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I don't want to say his real name.
Zima Ion. Yeah.
What's his name on NXT?
Joaquin
Not-
Wild.
Xavier.
Joaquin Wild.
No. Oh, Joaquin Wild, that's it. Yeah.
It's Joaquin
Not
Wild.
Xavier.
Joaquin Wild.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix is the actor.
Joaquin Wild,
Yeah.
like Wet n Wild.
Joaquin... Who's the fella I know from home? Was speaking
What,
to me
the Northeastern wrestler?
Joaquin Phoenix.
No,
that's the
No,
actor.
actor. You just did it again.
Is it not Isn't it like Jay Phoenix?
Is there a...
Jonah Phoenix.
Jonah Phoenix.
Oh,
I've made that mistake twice on camera now.
that's great.
It's good
That's
that,
your
isn't
thing.
Who's,
Yeah.
my,
You have many
who's
things.
my friend?
I grew up with Joaquin Phoenix.
My friend Joaquin Phoenix. No, that's the actor. Joaquin Phoenix. Wait. So yeah, great big 6-man match that we completely ruined by
No,
talking over. But
Legado
no, it
del
was great. Go on.
Fantasma, I thought the big difference between the two teams is that the Legado lads, they were a well-oiled machine. Their tag team wrestling was straight from the textbook, and that's as high as a compliment I can give them with my professional wrestling analysis.
Yeah.
And there was a shock at the end with the lady. The lady coming down with the pipe.
Yes.
She whacked
The pipe. No, Riddle. No.
and she smacked. I don't know what her name is. The lady in Hit Row.
Oh man.
The lady from Hit Row.
You've got
I know
Top
what-
Dollar,
Top
you've got
Dollar.
Ashanti, you've got Swerve Scott, and you've got young Jamie. Could you fill in the time for us with a Google?
No,
good
I'm
episode of
gonna-
NXT.
I'm doing it.
But that was the crucial difference for me between the two sides. One was 4 individuals working on a same tag team, whereas the other 4 were in actual one person.
B-Fab.
B-Fab.
That's a
B-Fab.
great name. How do we forget that?
B-Fab.
B-Fab.
Fab.
Oh.
There we go. Sorry to B-Fab.
Sorry, B-Fab.
Make sure you keep your Kate Fab.
Oh.
That should be a line in one of their Hit Row raps.
You should write them
Yo,
for
this
them.
is B-Fab. But I can keep my K-Fab.
Ross Tweddle.
After match,
you
I'm gonna eat a kebab.
Deliberately cringed throughout my wonderful rap a few weeks ago, and now you've just done that.
Because we're on camera, Jack.
I watched it back, obviously, to see how I'd done, and I was distraught to find that my friend Ross hadn't supported me fully throughout.
Well, you're cocoa bananas, you are. Let me tell you.
because in contrast, you had Tom Campbell who was encouraging me like a primary school teacher when I'm doing like the school play or whatever. He's like, you can do it, Jack. You can do this rap.
Yeah, but Tom's like encouraging you.
Then when the cameras went off,
When the cameras,
Tom was slandering you, wasn't he, to your face?
He's a dark man off when the cameras turn off.
When he's switching off himself with his foot. AEW Dynamite. Orange Cassidy beats Matt Hardy in a surprisingly intense opening match with Matt suffering a broken nose halfway through.
Oh, God.
You know what? Matt Hardy on AEW, these past few, I think everything's past the Sammy feud. I've been like, all right, it's Matt Hardy. Who cares? He was great this
Yeah, he
match
was.
because there's all the little bits of Orange Cassidy doing the hands in the pocket, pocket, and then Matt doing it and going, wait, loads of money. That was good. And him going to the top rope and doing the thing and then put his hands in the pockets, get his nose broken, sadly. But then it was a bleeder.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want a little dribble. You don't want a Lex Luger at versus Flair from '88. You
It
want
looked nasty,
Just had
man.
a human body land on his head.
Yeah.
yeah. And then Orange Cassidy with the finish. It's like, oh, what's he going to do? Is it
Teabag him.
yeah, pretty much. Got rolled through, gets legs there, puts hands in his pockets, and there's that pin. I went, has he done that before? And I've just not noticed.
I've
But
never seen that one before, I don't think.
I thought this was cracking.
It was,
It was a great match.
a lovely blend of like silly bollocks and also good wrestling.
Yeah.
And also gnarly bits as well.
Yeah.
Everything you want.
And Matt Hardy, man, he was great in this match, as you say, but he's just had rotten luck sometimes in AEW.
Yeah.
I know you make your own luck and jumping off a scaffold might not, but in this match, you wouldn't expect to get your nose broken.
Yeah. Orange Cassidy's a safe worker.
If you had to choose anyone on the AEW roster to land on you and be not damaged by it. He'd be up there, Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Maybe your second or third pick.
Marco Stunt would be top.
Stunt,
Yeah.
Who'd have thought, though, you get juice from an orange?
Alex Abrahentes, I reckon he's like.
I just thought that.
It's night time.
Jericho comes out to prolong his feud of MJF. Oh, no, it says it.
What?
He says that he'll put his career on the line to get a rematch. MJF comes out and agrees,
Why MJF?
even though he's already made Jericho tap out quicker than someone listening to a Fozzy CD.
Move on, Chris, you petulant child. It's over. You lost. Deal with it.
You say that, but then Jericho says, if I lose, then I'll become a commentator full time.
No,
Jericho,
Chris.
I've never wanted you to win a match more in your entire career. I mean, him in small doses is all right, but you can't have an hour and a half of him going, yeah, David Lee Roth,
Baby!
Woo! Oh, yeah! Yeah!
Oh, man.
That's just the pre-tape. The Lucha Brothers beat the Varsity Blondes.
Yes.
They'll face Jurassic
Ray Phoenix.
Express to decide the number one contenders for the Bucks tag titles. What were you saying?
Ray Phoenix. That's all my analysis.
That's it,
there.
really, isn't it? Yeah.
I thought Griff, especially, was keeping up with Ray Phoenix in the early stages of the match. With nice
Mr. Garrison.
Nice, yeah. Hello, I'm Griff Garrison.
Mr. Garrison.
With lovely reversals and whatnot to counter the flippy bollocks and also Brian as well. It was just a good match, wasn't it? I wasn't expecting Griff especially because I think JR was on about how long his limbs are. And it can't be easy.
Lovely long limbs.
He has got lovely long limbs. It can't be easy to move as quick as Ray Phoenix when he got limbs that long. So the fact he was keeping up should be commended.
Yeah,
in my
it's
opinion.
very good.
Commended.
A good match.
Give him the purple star.
I like how they've gone all out.
The
with
longest legs.
Victoria Cross.
That's what they do in the war. They go, well, you got the longest legs. It's the purple heart for bravery.
Purple heart, that's the one, not the purple star.
Purple star. I like
It's like the teacher gives you for getting all the questions right.
I like how the purple stars knocked me. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, I liked how they've just gone all in with the cheesy Varsity Blondes because I think it looked like, and it was maybe the locker room, but when they did the little promo beforehand, it looked like they were in like a high school like hallway, like rows of lockers. I like it. I saw that friend of the channel, but not of me because she hasn't asked me to do anything yet. Denise Salcedo, just saying.
Big ups, Denise.
Well, she.
I've never talked to you, but hey.
Well, she she tweeted saying, "Oh,
No, carry on.
oh, no, I want to know."
I want to know what love is.
I must have seen if she
Fill the
follows
time
me.
while Maffew seems
You got the big follow from Hollywood Salcedo.
Well, wait, no, this is supposed to be some in the background while you do
Oh,
your
right,
thing.
yeah.
This is,
Well, I
I've
wanna
not got
know.
nothing planned here. Come
Okay, so she tweeted saying, at high school you were one of the two groups, Varsity Blondes, who are like I guess like the preppy jock folk.
She doesn't follow you.
Huh?
No,
Denise, what are you doing?
that's Matthew of
on. No, you
Botchamania.
guys, you pricks.
And then the other side was Jurassic Express. And I was like, I don't think I found either of those camps, to
Me
be honest.
neither. I was somewhere in the middle.
You have a Varsity or Jurassic? Oh, it's
Yeah.
definitely Jurassic Express.
So you get it, because lots of people got it, and I just didn't get it at all. I was like, so I'm either a jock or a dinosaur boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, which table would you say you were in at school?
Best friends?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
No, the Motor City Machine Guns, because I'm so rock and roll.
Yeah.
Look at my hand.
Yeah.
That's where I live.
David Blaine.
In Michigan.
Yeah.
Super elite, me. Super elite.
Super elite.
I'm 6'5".
Yep.
Shoot from the 3-point line.
Yep.
All that sort of stuff. That's me in high school. Big
Richard
dick
Tubman?
energy.
Oh.
Big swinging
Which
dick
stable,
energy.
if you
Yeah.
were in an AEW stable in high school?
No idea.
Okay, cool.
It was like, no, go away.
Orange Cassidy over there just doesn't care.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I don't like this conversation. No, after the match, Jurassic Express get in the ring. The Bucks sneak in the apron and shove them into Penta and Phoenix. It almost causes a brawl, but Jungle Boy and Phoenix dive on the Bucks.
And they're all like, oh, we respect
We're not
you.
falling for that. Good. Jimmy Hayter beats Red Velvet with Britt Baker at ringside.
How does he get away with this? If we did that, how does he get away?
I'm just saying, Jamie Hayter, it looks great.
She does?
She does.
She hasn't been seen since 2019.
She spent all the time in the gym?
Yeah, she's just been locked in a gym.
Yeah.
After match, Britt and Hayter beat down Velvet, but Chris Statlander runs in for the save. Britt leaves her belt in the ring, and Statlander holds it up.
Oh.
Britt is still getting cheered outside of Pittsburgh.
She's brilliant, though.
She's brilliant,
Yeah,
aye.
she's brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant, Baker.
It'll be interesting to see what AEW do with unintentionally popular Britt Baker, considering she's supposed to be a bad person, but she's just so damn good at being bad. What to do?
How do you do it? How do you get the great Britt Baker off?
Jack swore immediately after that line.
I was so disappointed in myself.
Cannot believe it.
Thank Matthew liked
It
it.
sounded quite sexual. That. How do you get the great Britt Baker off?
Yeah.
How do you get her off?
You're like those NFL dudes get the ball,
I meant-
70-yard run, just before the line, they drop the ball for no reason.
What I meant was, how do you get this crowd reaction? I'll be honest, I shoehorned it in slightly.
She's going to have to murder an alien somehow. Just like
Yeah.
get an actual alien and just like kill it. Stab it.
Actually,
Like that Ant and Dec, fantastic film from the
Oh,
Alien
wow.
Autopsy.
I was not expecting to see that thing ever
What a
referenced
film!
again.
I forgot that's unlocked something
I've
in my brain.
never even seen it.
Have you not?
I've seen one scene where they've got an alien sort of laying on a table, like they're dissecting it or something. That's all I've seen from that film.
Yeah, because there's like wow, we're going really far back here for the people who were like, we don't even remember The Brood, Maffew, but there was a very famous, like, supposed to look real
Based
footage
on
of like an
true-
alien
yeah.
autopsy. It wasn't.
Oh, it might have been.
Ant and Dec's was real though.
Yeah. Dexter's
And
real,
Britt
yeah.
Baker's can be real too.
I think that was a pretty good film, if I remember. Maybe I was just a kid, and I was like, "Oh, Ant and Dec." Anyway.
I saw the trailer for it. I'm like, oh, never mind.
You wouldn't have been that young, I'm sure. It was like 2005, 6 sort of time.
Yeah.
I was pretty young. I'm a young lad. Come
13, 14, 12, 13.
on. Around there.
You've got your senses by that age.
Wild. We get some backstage
Oh,
developments.
but we've got to mention Red Velvet's really bad moonsault. What was that about?
Oh.
Where she went for the standing moonsault but just missed, and then Jamie Hayter capitalised on that mistake.
Yeah.
What was that about?
I think because Jamie Hayter has gained so much mass during this that it actually has an orbiting system, and Red Velvet accidentally got caught in it and was right off the
Thrown
screen.
aside.
Force
Yes.
field.
Yeah, because she got the orbit of the various moons that she has to leave backstage because the referees won't allow it in AEW, despite the relaxed rules and Mike Chioda going off on one on the referees this week.
Aye.
Yeah, the referees do not allow moons orbiting the large muscular wrestlers, so she did that and she went whoop and just missed. Happens to the best of us.
The lariat at the end was good.
Yeah.
She
Yes.
did do that.
Yeah, that's what
It was a nice, snug match.
Yeah, crowd didn't care, but yeah.
We'll get there with Jamie Hayter. It's only week 2.
She wasn't doing a lot before when she was in AEW, if I remember correctly.
No, she was just.
Was it with
I
B.
had a few-
Priestley more than...
I think so. She had a few matches here and there.
I don't remember any of them.
just thinking of
Sorry.
Robert Mugabe.
Robert Mugabe Priestley.
Not again.
One of the
Not Mugabe getting named off the second week in a row.
Robbie, what's
Bloody
he
hell.
like? Hey. Former dictator of Zimbabwe. And then he said R.I.P.
Press F.
Big ups to
Press
you,
F.
Robert Mugabe.
When Fortnite do the Robert Mugabe pack.
Dark Order did a bit where it looks like they might be teasing a new leader.
Yeah, Doc Honor in turmoil. Wow, anyone know any dictators are going on? As Alex Reynolds argues with Evil Uno about the stable abandoning Hangman. So they have a bit of discussion then. People are like, aren't we supposed to be getting along? And everyone goes, hey, Colt, how can we ask you? And then we move on quickly.
Yes, they could be teasing. I reckon they could be teasing Bray Wyatt here if they like threaten
Nelly.
the Dark Order splitting up, and then Bray comes in and brings them all back together.
Or would we have like Hollywood and Wolfpack? Would we have like heel Dark Order with Bray presumably at the helm?
To be an actual Wolfpack then.
And then you've
wouldn't
got all the lovable lads from the Dark Order, like your Silvers, your Reynoldses, your
it?
your
Who knows a lovable man? How dare you?
Yeah, but he'll be corrupted by the Fiend, I think.
Yeah,
you
it's very
press
easy
10
corruptible.
Vances.
They can't use the Fiend, can't I'm assuming the Fiend is WWE property.
Probably.
There
They
is
use
because
the pop funk.
there's a Funko Pop coming out.
The pop funk.
Pop funk.
Yes.
I'm down with the
Yeah,
kids.
Bruno Mars Fiend crossover coming is coming out. It's a Christmas related one, but they've
Yeah.
obviously had planned for a while now. Kind of awkward. That's all. I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully, still get residuals. Elsewhere, the Bunny offers Tay Conti a contract to join the HFO.
I've rammed a few of these segments together because
You have Conti tears it up and they brawl. Ooh. Oh. And then later, in a weird kind of way of building it up, which they sometimes do in AEW, Moxley reveals that he sent a contract to New Japan and had it returned with one signature, Satoshi Kojima. And they'll be fighting at AEW All Out.
Do you think this is just
a weird way of building it up? But
do you think it's a bit of a Moxley dream match? Do you think he just really wanted to wrestle Kojima?
Yeah.
Right.
I think they're hoping that this, but there probably is, a lot of New Japan crossover.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid 2, so if I was going to wrestle Kojima, then I think that'd be fine.
Wow.
Thank you.
I hate it when Jack does these nerdy references for no
I've got
reason.
no idea what's going on.
I did it. I got involved.
Oh, you have played Metal Gear Solid 2.
I've heard the name John
Hey,
Moxley.
there we go.
I'll pretend to
It's
get
a very
that.
weird game where it has an odd ending. So
I know the guy with the thing, the monocle, and it's got his big shooting thing.
yes,
That him?
yeah, that's
Got like
it.
a thing on his eye, hasn't he? And a big
That's
gun.
him. Yes,
Metal Gear Solid. Is that him?
Yeah.
that's a one. Yeah,
Aye.
Was that Liquid? Is that Liquid Snake? No.
Yeah.
Who's the guy with the monocle? Is it Liquid?
no. The model will be the eye patch. I'm being nice.
Oh, the eye patch.
the eye patch.
Oh, big boss.
But it does look kind of funky
Man.
and cool in the later ones.
Yeah, fair
It'll
enough.
be so good if your thing is like Andrew Astor's teaching nerd culture. It'll be like in Clockwork Orange. You got the eyes. It's like, all right, here's Evangelion. Here's Akira.
That's the thing. I just never watching you share those gamer signs from AEW each week. I just feel like I drift further and further away from wrestling fans, and
A lot of
I
people
belong less and less. I've got no idea what any of them mean at all.
If it makes you feel better, these are just nerds who are like, I want to voice my opinion. And nerds love voicing their opinion. Love voicing their opinion. So that's why it's this new trend that's come out. Because all it took was one person going, Final Fantasy VIII is not very good. It's like, oh, really? Is that all you think? And then,
So this got brought up last night, actually, during my little night out.
Be crazy. People
Oh,
go fan signs and
no.
stuff. Yeah. Carry
I'm
on.
Ross Tweddle, and I agree with that message.
Carry on. I'll talk while you're doing a promo. But like CM
Fix
Punk's...
the corners in FIFA.
Yeah. No, it's like CM Punk's big return still have this giant sign behind
Audio
him.
listeners, Maffew has produced a sign that reads, "Fix the corners in FIFA."
That's right.
I brought this up during my little night out last night.
Did you?
Yeah, where I was going to make a point about how the signs are getting too, like, people are too invested in the signs, basically. And then as I was explaining what had happened to non-wrestling fans, I was like, so they've started taking signs to wrestling shows, and one of them said something like, Final Fantasy V was the best, and one of the group just went, 6! And I went, oh, they've proved my point exactly then. This is exactly, people get way too quick.
Because this is like, if there's any subreddit or anything, it'll be the question, hey, what's the best game of this series? Like every week, it's like, oh, here we go again. So the fact that someone's like, you know what? I wish I'll put more effort into this.
Do you know what?
I'm going to get good seats to a wrestling event. Because you can tell they're good seats because you can see them on camera and express my opinion. And other people are going, sod ya. I'm going to this wrestling show with the explicit purpose of bringing my nerd side just to annoy my 3 friends on this one Reddit. And it's amazing to see.
No, fair enough. You've just.
But at the same time, at CM Punk's big giant return, and it was the side of the background was like, oh, it was an RPG I've never even heard of. Like Legends of the Steel Empire is better than Final Fantasy VII. It's like, yay!
I miss the days of puns. We need more puns in our wrestling signs about the wrestlers.
Yeah,
It's nighttime, for example.
it's nighttime.
Exactly.
Yes. Tony Schiavone brings out CM Punk, and they do a nice bit where he's like, CM Punk, what are your plans here? It's like, Tony, I can't hear you from the crowd reaction.
Punk's so charming. Such a
He's
charming
become a lot
Can I
more
just-
charming
Hopefully,
these last few weeks.
he's leading a revolution for those of us who like to wear Fred Perry, but also aren't a member of the Proud Boys.
He did rock the Freddie P.
Over here in the UK, I started wearing Fred Perry because of sort of football terrace culture and sort of going to the matches and whatnot. That's sort of what people wear. And it's just a nice brand of clothing, very nice, very high quality, all that kind of stuff. You wear it on a video, people from America see you wearing a Fred Perry polo. Not the black one with the yellow bits, the yellow tips that the Proud Boys wear, just any Fred Perry polo, and you're accused of being a Proud Boy. I'm not a Proud Boy, I just like Fred Perry.
It's
So thank you, CM Punk, for wearing Fred Perry on AEW and hopefully getting that brand's reputation back across in the States of the Americas.
It's just funny hearing. I was just imagining Ross's speech there, which is very well justified, by the way, because Fred Perry has been co-opted by the alt-right. But just listening to Ross's speech there, not knowing what a Proud Boy was, so just Ross going, I'm not a Proud Boy. I'm very ashamed of myself.
Because I thought it was all Fred Perry had been adopted by them, but Jack Atkins upstairs, the fashionista.
Yeah, we've got one as well upstairs, Richard.
Ah,
it's not just
he's
you.
better than you, Richard.
We've got a drippy man
He
as well.
lends people his clothes. I had his shoes on last week. He was like, no, don't worry, Ross, because he likes a bit of Fred Perry as well. But it's the black one with the yellow tips, which I saw on Google last night. Fred Perry have discontinued that particular polo shirt because of the Proud Boys. So if you are a wrestling fan and you like Fred Perry too, let's wear it together.
Fred Perry
CM Punk's
against
leading
Proud
the way.
Boys. Yeah, he is. Yes. I can't wait for CM Punk to turn up in his Stony Island.
I hope not.
No.
He reiterates his reasons for being in AEW and again calls out Darby Allin, saying that he'll face him at All Out. He wonders if he can still go in the ring. Crowd chant, yes, yes, yes. And Punk says, that's someone else's shtick. Be a bit more patient there.
Who do you think he's talking about? Sonny?
Yes. Okay.
I feel.
I think he's
Thanks.
talking about historic dictator of Zimbabwe. I think he's talking.
Oh my.
I think he's talking. Who else could it possibly be? Wait, didn't Brian take the yes chance from? Was it Diego Sanchez, the UFC fighter? He used to shout yes on his way to the ring for positive reinforcement.
Oh,
I don't know if he took it from that, but he said like he was told like just be really happy, like he was yes, yes.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first time he was
he-
doing it when he won the title.
He
was
thought
like,
he was
retained
class.
via count out.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
It's like,
Yes!
Monica Geller.
Yes!
Monica Geller, that's where they came from.
Oh,
And the 7 zones.
good. What a scene.
The 7 zones. Sailed the 7 zones.
say it again.
7 zones.
Thank you. Darby Allin teams with John Moxley, Eddie Kingston to beat Cesar Bononi, Ryan Nemeth, and JD Drake dressed
Roadkill.
as it was a roadkill for Big Bubba Rogers. That's the thing, but whatever. After the match, Daniel Garcia jumps Darby from behind. And then
Can I just say,
okay, go on.
John Moxley is getting massive. He is a big boy.
He's nearing
Maybe
the Jamie
what-
Hayter scale at this point. So 0.9.
He is. What is Renee feeding that man at home? Because I want to know.
John Moxley
I wanna
is
come
a
round for
big
tea.
boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Renee, if you're taking requests, I'll come round for
Open
tea.
your house to the public.
I've been having a
Renee.
good feeding.
He is looking big.
He is a big boy.
I found him to be, what's the word? Inexplicably angry on Rampage when he was calling out, was it 2.0? He's going, I'm going to murder 2.0! And I was like, calm down, it's just a lower card sort of feud. Is it because Punk turned up and he felt a bit insecure and he wanted, it's about me and Moxley, come on.
He was speaking about.
Renee just messaged him saying, "Oh, sorry, you can have 3 steaks tonight."
No, he was speaking about like how he carried the company through the pandemic year and being a main
and he
eventer
was
and
saying,
stuff. Yeah,
was it on our tier list?
maybe.
Oh, that's good actually.
So they're maybe
wait.
sowing the seeds for a Moxley
That'd be
Punk
great, yeah.
feud.
Oh, I've carried this company. I've done everything you've asked and signed all these XW
Crawled through
guys.
broken glass.
Because as we all know, CM Punk gave John Moxley his initial job
Yes.
in the World Wrestling Federation
The Shield.
by hiring the Shield.
Yeah. Ah.
Real story. I didn't write it. No one else wrote it. It's real life.
The Elite hit the ring to cut a promo on Christian. Christian
Oh.
interrupts and shows a video of their history.
I think we're going to see an appearance by my boy, but we'll carry on, sorry.
Okay. With Don Callis blackballing Christian from Canada to make room for a 10-year-old Omega.
Funny that.
That was good. Christian accuses Don of manipulating Omega, who asks Christian, "What, you think you know me?"
That was really funny. That.
I like that.
I legitimately laughed.
The Elite beat Christian down until the Elite
Yes,
Hunter.
the Elite Hunter.
He's so rubbish.
He's not. He hunts them down.
He's always late. How can he be late when you know where they're going to be? They've been out there for 10 minutes.
Is that an Elite member on the horizon? I'm the Elite Hunter.
The one-man army,
What is
Frankie
he doing?
Kazarian.
What is he doing backstage that means he's always on the scene a bit late? He's so rubbish.
He's hunting the Elite.
Well, he's in his 40s, he's doing stretches. Kazarian.
Just do that, asking about theme music.
Yes, old
What?
Kaz.
What's the story you told about? Was it? It was Hardcore Holly.
Yeah.
I like your theme music. Do you? Oh.
How do you like me now?
Frankie Kazarian, the Elite Hunter, man. I want his Tron to just be that gif of him getting kicked in by Elite and then knackers out and launches the basketball.
The Elite Hunter can beat up.
We need to have it explained why he's always late, though. That's what I want to see on my AEW soon. Just a cutscene backstage, just him in the bogs, hearing like the Elite's music in the distance. Oh my god! Just quickly wiping it.
Beep, 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 beep. The Elite Hunter detect.
Ross, do you remember when we were coming back from Dallas right after Mania and the trouble we had because we knew we were a little bit late at the airport, putting in our details on
man.
the machine? That's how Frankie Kazarian is when he hears the Elite. He panics. He's like, I've got to get there, but it just makes, he laces up his boots. It takes a long time.
I was very stressed. I thought we were going to miss the plane. We got stuck in that dastardly Dallas traffic to the airport, and I was like on the machine getting it wrong. Oh, We got there, though.
We did. We made it.
We got
That's
on the
good.
plane! Another Friends reference. We're here all day
Hey.
and all night.
The Gun Club beat The Factory after distraction from Paul White on commentary, which scares QT Marshall into a roll-up.
I think
Dear.
Colton got the pinfall there.
Colton is like 26-0 on AEW.
He's unbeatable.
He's unbeatable.
He's got more wins than he does years on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing to add there. It's Colton Gunn. And Dan Lambert cuts a promo saying AEW doesn't contain real men. And that the fans aren't real men either. Real men are Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, who, coincidentally, are his allies at the minute. Yeah, just lots of old man talk here. And it's done well. Dan Lambert is a good talker. I don't know where it's going, though.
No.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm confused why they've paired him with Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. 'Cause-
He says that Scorpio Sky is a former MMA man, doesn't he, at
yeah,
one point?
and he says Ethan Page is a black belt in something. But I'm just confused why they've paired him with him because Scorpio Sky can talk. Ethan Page is a good talker. They don't need a manager, I don't think.
Dan Lambert is a good talker, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is good.
But I guess they can't do the real... Can they do the real man shtick? They're more manly than us. Are we the barometer for a professional wrestling fan on the manly scale?
Oh, I hope not.
Because if we are, they could be their own talkers, but if they're not, I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting.
Aye.
Yeah. We'll see where it goes. Oh, wait. Malachi Black takes on Brock Anderson in the main event and absolutely destroys him. Yes, that's right. Brock Anderson main evented. He grabs a steel chair after the match, but Arn stands in his way and blocks
Blocked it!
the Black Mass.
It was sick.
He's like a Jedi.
He knows. He knows. He's experienced. He did his homework.
So Malachi kicks him in the cock and balls and hits in the Black Mass to close the show. A weird episode of AEW Dynamite.
You missed out the big save at the end. Shotty Lee came down
Did
for
he?
some reason.
Big Shotty?
He was a bit like the Elite Hunter because he was very late. Very, very late. But that's
Him
how
and Frankie were tripping over each other to get there. I need to save the day.
I saw some people saying that this wasn't a very good AEW Dynamite compared to the craziness the past few weeks with Punk and everything else happening. But you know what? I thought it was an excellent episode of AEW Dynamite. Not just because of the wrestling or the crazy stuff happening in the Codyverse, but because of one person and their one sign front row. DJ, hit it. That's right. Join us, Cultaholic, finally.
Thank you to Nicole there, a lovely woman who we've met in Las Vegas, actually. Yeah, she's got us on TV.
There you go. No gamer references.
No game of references.
That's a real man sign from Nicole. Thank you,
Dan
Nicole.
Lambert would approve.
Dan Lambert would approve.
I'll tell you what, lads. Some people might be thinking I've forgotten about my move of the week. I haven't, though, because this is it. Taking that sign through the doors of the arena, down the stairs to the front row, that is my move of the week. I didn't forget about it because there was that much wrestling. No, I did not.
No.
This was definitely deliberate.
Purely speculation.
Yes.
Why would you say such a thing?
Is that the week in wrestling done?
Certainly is. Shivani is God. There was a trios match, and you should join Cultaholic.
Yes.
Let's have a rummage in our mail bags.
Let's have a little look in the mailbag, if anybody is still listening. Number 1. Hello, Cultaholic champions of life.
Oh,
I'm Maffew, it says in brackets, not Maffew, from Scotland. Yes, that's right.
Face
accent
Scotland.
you constantly mimic.
oh.
But that's by the by. I'll get on to my question because I know it's been a long week for you guys. Hey. After Becky debacle at SummerSlam, I ask you this. In your opinion, has there ever been good reason for a squash/very quick match? If so, give an example of a time you felt it really did work for a particular rivalry/angle. In 2021, with all the talented wrestlers we have, it just always deflates me to see a squash match and it bums out the live crowd. All the best, diddlers, Maffew. Thank you, Maffew.
Thank you. Now, this is an interesting question.
I've got one in my mind.
I've got one in my mind, too.
Well, I've got one
Go
in
on,
my
right.
mind as well.
Oh, go on, Jack. You don't get...
But what I was going to say first was just that squash matches, some of them, like I'm guessing they were invented to serve a purpose.
I think he's meaning one of the scale of
profile.
Becky versus Bianca Belair. Yeah.
Got you. Well, then I do have one in mind. Do you want to go first?
Go on, then. You go first.
I'll probably take one that someone's...
Do it. Who cares?
I'll go for Goldberg Ziggler.
Oh, that's a fantastic... That's way better than mine.
Oh, that's a good one, yes.
That was funny. It was a big icon squashing a annoying lad. Yeah, what more can you want? And Ziggler played it perfectly as well with the whole... It's just a flesh wound.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. what were
Running away. Oh, so good.
What were yours?
I was going to say at the same time because I thought it was a really obvious one.
3, 2, 1. Goldberg
Lesnar,
versus
Cena.
Goldberg.
Oh!
Goldberg versus Goldberg.
Goldberg versus Lesnar.
That's even better one than the one I was
Survivor
going
Series.
for.
Survivor Series 2016. We spoke about a few weeks ago
Yes.
how initially I was like, I wanted WrestleMania 20 rectified, but then Dragon Izu, that wise little dragon in the corner, he was like, no, they have made headlines. Please keep calm. That is how he speaks.
Yes, it's very zen. Yeah, no, that's a cracker one. Again, the 19th time I told the story, me and the rest of the ICW locker room and the other Inside the Ropes dudes watching it in the pub after Fear and Loathing going, yay, Goldberg. Yeah, I was going to go with Lesnar Cena
That's a good one as well.
from SummerSlam, where before it became completely drawn out. And that when Lesnar annihilating Cena felt like such this wonderful thing.
It's not a squash in the sort of short sense of the word, but it was a squash in terms of dominance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did it with aplomb.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
You love
Cena
a plum.
eventually
It's my
recovering.
one of my favourite words. Up there with tomfoolery.
I like manifesto. Manifest, it sounds like a magic trick.
Yeah, I like that one. Tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery is a good word.
Yeah. First name
Razzmatazz.
Tom. Razzmatazz is a good one.
Razzmatazz. What are we doing?
Yeah, anyway, sorry. Anyway. With the likes of Cameron Grimes, Vince McMahon, the Young Bucks, and Okada all appearing on Money, which wrestler would you like to see immortalized on currency?
Ooh.
Yours truly, bear with me, former winger for the Nigerian national football team, Finidi George.
Oh,
Unbelievable
George.
scenes. Finidi George watches the podcast. Richard,
Is
for
that
people
real?
at home who don't know who Finidi George is, get on that Google machine.
I can't believe-
And let's have a look at
Spell that.
F
Ha ha ha. INIDI.
INIDI George. There he is. Used to play for Ipswich Town. There he is, Finidi George.
He's a fan of the-
big
fan
fan
of
of
the
the
show.
podcast.
Is
that really him?
Can you believe it?
Wow.
No.
Go on his Wikipedia, Richard. Have a look at his career stats.
I'm on it.
What a
I'm on it. I'm on
stunning-
it. I'm on it.
Stunning footballer.
290
Does he have a Twitter? Does he follow us?
295. I doubt it.
I assume so.
He's a 6'3" winger.
It's an incredible feat.
He's 295 appearances, league appearances, with 68 goals for a winger. That's a good return.
Is that just overall?
Aye.
Not too bad at all.
35 appearances for Ipswich, 7 goals.
That's a good hit rate for a winger.
Also played for Ajax, Real Betis, Mallorca, and then back to Mallorca after Ipswich. I mean, who wouldn't? No offense to Ipswich. 62 caps for Nigeria and 6 goal-a-roonies.
Fan of the
And he's a
podcast.
fan of the show.
Of course he is. Says it right here. Anyway, thank you very much,
Finidi George.
Finidi George there.
So
Yeah.
which wrestlers would we like to see on currency? I would like to see Volta take up a euro note.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Oh no, in fact, I changed my answer. I would like to see Rampage Brown - the best professional wrestler in Europe take up a euro note.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To give him his full name.
I like the idea of it, but I would go with D'Lo Brown, Europe's greatest champion
Okay. Yeah,
on the
yeah.
Euro.
I'd go for the classic dollar mock-up that they always do. Shane's done it, Cameron Grimes this week. But I think that if anyone's going to become like, it's not who you think I'm going to say, if anyone's going to become like a tyrant, a dictator, it's not him. I think CM Punk. And is this how we give him a story in AEW, something to rail against? Because people will follow him if he becomes like this maniacal figure and he's making money of himself and he's all deluded. People will still cheer him, but it's still a story. It's a fight between Punk and, Cody, I guess, or whoever. I think that would work. Punk on Punk Bills. Punk
Yeah.
Pills.
Punk Pills.
Simon.
Yes.
Punk pills.
So I'll go for
Isn't it?
So I'll go for CM Punk. But further down the line, once he's got all the baby faceness out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heel Punk Bills. That's nice. Also thought about putting Goldberg's face on bad pennies because he keeps on coming back. So eventually people going, I've got Goldberg's again.
You hate Goldberg, you.
I don't hate him.
Okay.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Ooh.
Good
Did you not
morning.
even like, I'm guessing you were a fan of his in the 90s.
Oh yeah,
When he was
he's just
jackhammering
very
Hogan.
badly used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that's what he can come back. These legends can all come back and have their place, but as like top of the card,
That's why the Ziggler thing was perfect.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. As a side attraction, that's fine. As a main course, Nina Danker is head of the Euros. D'Lo Brown would say. Good morning, podcast team. Good morning.
Good morning.
Having recently had a promotion at work, fantastic, I found myself having less and less time to consume 3 hours of wrestling content every week, which has me wondering, why can't the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast go back to being 2 hours long?
Oh.
That was in capital letters. With this being said, who are the biggest hypocrites in wrestling? I was like, who are the other biggest hypocrites in wrestling? Oh, I see. That's us. Hope you all take this in jest. In what's been a very turbulent year, you guys have been one of the few constants to help keep me going. Keep up the good work. All the best. Owen from Aberystwyth.
The Valleys. I don't know if it's in the Valleys or not.
Oh, thank you very much, Owen.
We can live like Jack and Sally if we want to.
Oh, bit of Welsh Blink 182 there. Is that? Darkness in the Valley. I can't do
The
it.
Valleys. The reason the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast is so long is because we stupidly had a section on this wrestling podcast where we chose to review all of the wrestling. That is the sole reason why it's got so long. But do not fear. Who was it?
Owen.
Soon it will be shortening. To, I'm sure, the disdain of many people who go, why can't it be 3 hours again? While we have people like Owen who's like, why does it have to be 3 hours? Because we're going to start doing the review shows. Not soon, but not far either.
In the not too distant future.
In the middle.
Yeah.
We don't quite sure know when, but it's coming quite soon. So this week in wrestling section will be changing, and thusly the podcast will be coming shorter.
Yeah. It's like the Adam Page title shot. I don't know when it's coming, but it'll be mid-length.
Soon. So that is your reason for the podcast being so long. But we did take it in jest, don't worry. But I thought I'd include that question just to get it clear now, early on. So when it does happen, the people who will start crying will be like, oh, we've accepted it's happening.
It was a funny question. I laughed.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It's hypocritical how we go, why is Raw 3 hours?
Yeah.
And then we've got a long podcast.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll live. Who are the other biggest hypocrites in wrestling? One off the top of my head is...
Drake Wirtz.
Go on.
So his political speech this week, and he's like, oh, I'm all for medical...
Oh, you know how bad it is? You said Drake, and I thought, what? Maverick? What's he done? I think I say something like, oh, he got fired and he came back. I'm like, oh, Drake Younger, yes.
Drake Younger, whatever it's
Christ.
called.
Go on, pal.
Medical freedom, but then also we're going to abolish abortions. So how does that match up?
It doesn't
You hypocrite.
compute, no.
Contradicting yourself.
That video was really weird, man. That video was really weird.
He's too... It's so upsetting for me to even make fun of him.
Because he was a CZW boy, wasn't he?
Yeah, and anyway,
Anyway,
blah, blah, blah. Go on,
Feels
Jeff.
like too much of a serious answer to give that one. Who's the biggest hypocrite in wrestling? I don't know. Let's just say Vince Russo.
The Elite Hunter, Frankie Kazarian. he claims to hunt the Elite, yet he hasn't caught a single one.
Yeah, the Elite Hunt him. Surely the Elite Hunted would be a better name. I'm going to go with Vince McMahon because he's always had this, ever since the steroid trials, which he beat, and the government came at him for the incorrect reasons.
Trial of his life.
Yeah, trial of his life. He had the neck brace on for sympathy, which he didn't need it. He's always had this victim complex because he's like, I can't believe WCW and Ted Turner would come at me and position their TV program against me. That's shocking. After decades of literally doing everything he could to screw over the NWA and later on WCW, for scheduling shows near them and tours near them and everything else they could do, every time he all those respective documentaries at the time with the Billionaire Ted segment, like, I'm crying foul here. And he's like, no one feels sorry for you. You're your worst enemy, pal.
That's also a serious but good answer.
Ted DiBiase. His recent run in NXT. Massive hypocrite. Just testing Cameron, was he? Bollocks.
Yeah.
Oh, if we're going like that then. Also, the right to censor, because every time we do the SmackDown podcast, it's got called, they're hypocrites. They claim to be against violence, but yet they engage in it.
What's
so good?
I did that before as well. What's that cadence from? Is it a Simpsons joke? You claim to be, obviously, no.
Oh, yeah, it's, you call them steamed hams.
Well,
Yeah,
they're obviously grilled.
Yes.
Yeah.
And those memes are still gunning.
Oh, yes, they are.
Yeah. Maybe somebody should put that on a sign and bring it to an event. And after they finish doing that, they should send in a question, a query, a thought, a veiled insult to mailbag@cultaholic.com. Reese's Pieces. Hello, Team Cultaholic.
Hello.
After a weekend full of big returns, Punk, Becky, Brock, etc., it got me thinking about the best returns in wrestling and how they can be done very differently and for different reasons. But with that in mind, here's a list of returns for you to compare and choose your favourites. So here we go. Fastest brain first. We'll go Jack, Ross, me. Daniel Bryan, you are cleared versus Edge's Rumble return.
Edge's Rumble return.
Edge's Rumble return because it was more of a shock, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, good
Bryan's
answers.
was announced on .com, I think, if memory serves.
Yeah. It was out of nowhere. So weird. The Hardy Boys Mania 33. I'm already picking it. Versus Kurt Angle to beat Raw GM after Mania 33.
Oh, Hardy Boys.
33. The Hardys won.
One of the biggest, craziest reactions I've ever part of in my life.
Crazy.
Hulk Hogan WWE return / NWO debut versus The Rock before Mania 27. Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, The Rock before Mania 27 or Hogan's WWE return.
The Rock before Mania 27, but it didn't end well. But I'm still going to choose the Rock one.
For the return itself on
Yeah,
Raw,
yeah.
The Rock.
Yeah, the NWO's initial return was not very good. Shawn Michaels' return in 02 versus the Triple H injury return in 02.
Oh, well, just because I remember it and I was a big Triple H fan, I'll go for Triple H.
I'll go for Triple
Even though it
H.
was so overblown.
MSG? Wow.
It's a beautiful day. Yeah, Triple H. Easy. Battle of the Authorities, the best wrestlers in the world. I see. Shane McMahon 2016 versus Ric Flair Consortium 2001.
The Consortium? I can't do his voice. Flair. Gotta be Flair.
I'll go Shane, me, just for noise, yeah. It was
Yeah.
mental, wasn't
Oh,
it?
it was,
Here comes
yes.
the money.
You got a Brother Love Pot.
This is before it all went tits up.
Yes, it was.
This is
Before the lockbox.
Oh yeah.
And nowadays,
Before Best in the World.
when I think of Shane McMahon, I just think, oh, God. But yeah, it was exciting when he first came back.
Yeah.
Taker is Dead Man Mania 20 or Taker the Challenge Brock 2014.
Oh, I don't remember the 2014 one off the top of my head.
He showed up and kicked
It was
Brock in the balls, didn't he?
Lesnar versus Rollins, was it? And
Yeah,
then-
yeah. Undertaker interfered, and then we got the sweet Hell in a Cell match.
I'm going to go with the entrance at WrestleMania.
I'll go for that one because I remember it more.
20, was it? The
Yeah.
one at 20 when it was all...
Oh, yeah.
Nah. I like 2014 because Taker was still kind of reasonably good.
He was reasonably good.
Simon.
The Simon reasonably. John Cena Rumble 08 or Seth Rollins Extreme Rules 2016.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one as well.
I don't remember
He came back and battered Roman. It was after his knee injury.
Oh, yeah.
He was out for like a year, yeah. But I'll still go for Cena, though, at the 2008 Rumble.
Cena.
Cena's one of the best kept secrets in wrestling history.
How they did that,
Or
yeah.
was it a conspiracy? Were they covering up drugs, kids? I don't know who I saw saying that somewhere, but I did see someone saying it
I
somewhere.
do. I won't
You
say
do the
his-
James Bond theme,
I won't
Jim.
say his name, yeah.
Okay.
I like doing that just to make it sound more dramatic than it is. Goldberg to WWE 2016 versus Bret Hart buries the hatchet 2010. Why would you put Goldberg and Bret Hart together? That's just not very nice.
Brett.
I'm going Billy G, me. Billy G is not my lover.
Bret buries the hatchet because I didn't think it would ever happen. Brock Lesnar returns to wrestling 2012 versus CM Punk return to wrestling 2021.
Oh, man, it's got to be Punk.
Punk, innit? Yeah.
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 Brock's was massive.
Yeah.
But Punk's was massiver.
Yeah.
The bit I
Well
like,
said.
just to, like, so we're not just totally, Brock's was good, and the bit I like most is that Cena's being so Cena about it. He's like, Brock just goes, no.
Yeah.
Have you? Oh, I've hit the mic.
Hat flies off.
Yes. But Punk's Punk.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this, lads. Thanks for all the hard work entertaining myself and many others over the past year and a half through these hard times, baby. All the best, Lewis from Bognor Regis.
Thank you, Lewis. That was a good one.
Thank you, Lewis. I like that idea. And if you have any more good ideas, as good as Lewis's or better, nothing worse than Lewis, then please send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
It's Cultaholics.
Oh,
What a lengthy...
Oh, blimey. I didn't think it's been as long as I thought it was going to be.
It was almost Griff Garrison length. He's a long
That is really long.
lad.
Yeah, long lad. but we've made it.
Griff Garrison length, but not quite Stacey Keebler length.
No.
Because that's really long.
Ooh, lovely. The big question this week is, well, I'll say these things. Is it too often? Anyway, is how good will CM Punk's return match at AEW All Out be?
Yeah, that's right. I'm worried about this.
Are you worried?
A little bit.
Go on.
A little bit. I've realised that at the time when CM Punk did the pipe bomb, he was 32. He's pretty young. And now he looks great for his age, but have you noticed he looks a bit like smaller? We're not seeing him really without but his jaw looks sharp. It looks like he's lost weight because he's just older and it's probably hard to maintain as much muscle, right? And he was never the biggest guy anyway. I'm worried that people are going to say he looks crap, which shouldn't matter if he does how he does look, but people will. And I'm worried that maybe the ring rust will be just too rusty, So I'm scared. And the hype's just massive to live up to as well. What do you reckon?
I reckon it's a good choice from
Darby
Allin because he'd bump off a strong gust of wind.
Yeah.
So CM Punk's kind of like the ultimate warrior making a comeback if anything bad happens or he gets blown up or if he gets out to wrestle, he's just like up to Fallout, land on his head or something. So
yeah.
I think it's a good choice. You're right though. Yeah, get older, probably shape changes, but CM Punk was never a big guy to begin with, so it's all right.
He's not a body guy. Yeah, true.
So I'm surprised people would be going, you look a bit skinny. He's like, compared to what?
And they spoke about when he first signed for the E, how he tried to bulk up and it ruined him. Do you remember that in the documentary where he's like, I must just get bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm in WWE now. I need to be bigger and bigger and bigger. And it ruined him. So yeah, and of course you got to remember about MMA and whatnot. Like, you want to be as lean as possible, don't you? Presumably, and that sort of stuff. I know nothing about MMA.
Do you know who it was who told me the thing about? He was like, "Do you think Punk looks a bit small?" It was Jim Bunny, Owen Mawson, actually. Do you think Punk looks a bit small there, Jack?
I think he looks healthy. He's just like you can tell. He says he's been. I've watched an interview with him somewhere where he's like, I've just been working out and keeping myself fit. You can tell he has been.
Yeah,
true.
Considering last time we saw him, he had all the the stim packs, Z packs,
yeah. Staph infection
stuff on him and stuff. The staff is like, yeah, that's the last image of him when he was very, very unhealthy.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. He does look. Yeah, I think you're right. He does look healthy.
He's gonna look like Timothy Thatcher.
Oh,
how goes it be? It looks like he takes off his born in Chicago hoodie or whatever. It's like, oh.
Do you remember when Ciampa came back to wrestle Gargano after his neck?
Oh, that was great.
And he had about 24 abs, and everyone was like, "What the hell?"
I'm gonna finally take you on, my partner, in the best shape of his life. Great.
But I don't really, I don't really care what he looks like. I'm just worried that because the discourse online is so toxic now between rabid pro AEW and pro WWE fans that AEW fans who for some reason hate everything else are gonna find reasons to trash him. They've been trashing him for taking shots at WWE, and everyone's been saying if anyone's got the right to take shots at WWE, it's CM Punk.
That's just Booker T saying that, man.
Oh, was it Booker saying that?
Yeah.
When he...
You mean Booker T, like, hasn't actually watched the thing, but he's just gonna...
Yeah.
Crapped on WWE.
He was in the main event, Maffew.
Yeah. But yeah, it's weird now because right now I treat social media as like throwing a grenade. You just throw it and just run. Like, I'm not looking at the replies half the time because it has gotten... It's been tribalist for a while. Since AEW started, it's gotten really tribalist. Now it's like they're the tribes that haven't seen, technology in 300 years and just throw spears at planes and stuff.
I'm surprised.
Because it's just hostile as hell.
It's weird. Why would you...
I don't get it.
I get wanting to... I do understand more wanting to, like, support the underdog and want AEW to grow so that there's competition in wrestling again. There's another big company because it leads to better stuff. But I don't understand wanting to be... Everything must be WWE and suppress everything else. Why is that fun? Why is that a fun point of view to have? I don't get it.
I don't... You're supposed to watch it and enjoy it.
I know. I don't get it.
You got now else better to talk about, I guess. Sad, pathetic lives if you're going so heavily one way or the other, I think, personally.
Yeah.
It's not hard to enjoy different wrestling companies. It's not hard. It really isn't hard.
Sorry, this has become... I've totally...
So CM Punk, what do you think, Ross?
Perfect opponent, as you were saying, in Darby Allin, because he will bump and bump and bump and bump and bump some more. And I think Punk will be completely fine because he has been keeping himself in shape. And what's more, I reckon he'll debut some new fancy MMA moves. Aye? Some of that MMA trick. Go on. Like Vince McMahon there with a power slurp.
Oh.
I reckon he'll work some of that fancy MMA stuff he learned into his new arsenal. in his new offensive arsenal.
Yeah.
So I reckon it'll be a good match. It'll be weird though, because obviously Punk hasn't done the wrestling in 7 years now, and things have changed even since then.
Yeah.
For someone at his level, so will he go for Canadian destroyers and stuff like that?
No, that's Ricky Morton's gig. Come on, man.
I can't wait to see how Darby Allin. I can't wait to see Darby Allin crumple from a go to sleep and go "Ugh," and just like, but or
Take a flip.
or as
Like I
Ross
said.
thinks, maybe he'll reverse it into a pin. That'll be huge if Darby beat him. No way.
I think you just because I was saying on the tier list thing, just to give away all the spoilers all the time. Before. I don't know if I assume that obviously all wrestlers know each other, and I don't know if Punk had met Darby in person, but years ago, or I say years ago, a while ago, he was calling Darby Allin Darbs. He had a nickname for him before he presumably knew him properly. That's how much of a fan he was of him. So I was thinking just how much of a fan he is and how much he's been talking about putting over the new guys and building up people. To give Darby Allin a big win over CM Punk in Punk's return match, and then not have Punk spiral off and be a rebellious arsehole. That's what I want to see, Jeff. That's what I want to see.
it would be really ballsy though to have Punk lose in his comeback
ain't
match.
happening.
I know, I don't think so, but I think I can see the whole holding up his arm afterwards. Like, this guy was really good though.
They're both. He's an old Punk. He's a young Punk. They'll be like, "Thanks, great match. All right, hit it."
Start skanking.
Come on, Sting.
To-
Okay,
wait,
guys.
to Sami Zayn's theme tune.
Like, what's this playing? Oh, whatever.
Punk's got SZ on his
Yeah.
shoe.
Tony Khan bought the rights to it, and he hasn't noticed yet. It's like, what? Oh. Yeah, that'll happen.
Okay.
We'll scar off the pay-per-view. So long, everybody. Jim Ross is there. Hey. Yeah. That'll happen.
Taz just having the time of his life.
Yeah.
Taz just sat there.
Taz's like, I've literally been dreaming of this day all my life.
Do you think Taz is a Scar fan? Probably.
I think if you asked him, he'd say yes, but he wouldn't know what that meant.
Taz is great. What's everyone's beef with Taz?
No, I love him.
Yeah, but
He's just so positive about things, and he's still true to himself, which
He
is
is.
Taz.
He is.
Who still thinks
And
in
he
his
loves-
head
he loves
that he
them-
can take on anybody.
And
It's
he
like, yes, he's so
He loves the
confident.
Mets.
He loves the Mets.
loves
Love the
New
Mets,
York.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leeds Met.
Me,
Leeds
the
Metropolitan,
Mets.
yeah,
Come
yeah,
meet
yeah.
Manchester
the
Mets.
Mets.
De Montfort.
We're talking rubbish as we have for a while, so let's wrap things up. It's been a very long podcast. Jack, what have you got for us until next week?
A tier list with Ross is going out pretty soon. Myself and Ross, I wouldn't give any spoilies away, but we're doing something particularly... Spoilies? We're doing something particularly YouTubey this afternoon.
Oh, it's going to be a good video.
Oh,
Is he eating McDonald's again?
no.
But it is mouth related. That's right, everybody. Me and Jack will be necking on
Yeah,
for
we're
20
doing-
minutes. That'll be the video.
That's you slightly off center.
It's I'm heading into this thing thinking it's jackass worthy because whatever we're doing, I don't particularly deal well with it. So the fact I've signed up for this, it's a bit like jackass.
I can't believe Ross. I'll sign up for it. I'm a bit nervous too, like. But we'll see how it
But
goes.
it'll be fun. It'll be half an hour of fun.
It's not going to be fun, like. But fun for the viewers. Also, Twitch with Owen every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Football Manager, up the Fabes. Come on.
Up the Fabes.
Up the Fabes. What about you, Ross?
I should clarify, we don't know when that video is going live. We're
Yeah.
shooting it this afternoon, but we
Yeah.
don't know when it's going live.
Yeah,
Tier list. That's it. Twitch on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. BST, doing the FIFA. Also, watch the punishment video, please, because I'm gutted by the views that's done. Gutted by it.
It'll pick
I
up.
hope it picks up. It'll be a damn shame if we have to cancel something else because not many people watch it. That's what I'm thinking. It'd be a damn shame.
Imagine going out with an anime pillow and
I know.
people are watching it.
Yeah.
We have to make him do it again. Keep
So
on doing it
please-
till the hits come up.
Please watch it so it's financially viable and it's not something else we have to can. Breaks me bloody heart.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ross.
That's the realism of having a business.
I think people like you guys too much. So
don't
sometimes
know.
maybe like something nice happens to the winner.
Something nice.
People enjoy watching
Well,
that.
that's something nice.
Oh, you won the predictions game, so you get a massage.
I won the NXT prediction, so I am getting a prize which will be revealed at the start of the All Out predictions video.
What a great idea.
So I don't know what the prize is. I don't know who sorts it out, but someone's getting me a prize because I won. God damn it. And we didn't want to do 2 punishments back to back, so we're like, oh, well, the winner will get a prize for this one. So I was like, yes, I've won. I've got a prize. Thank you, Kyle O'Reilly.
And Maffew, what have you got in the pipeline?
I have no punishments or rewards because that's not my game. Mine will be Twitch, 6 p.m. BST Saturday. Let's go out to my mate's barbecue, but because I've knackered me ankle, might as well sit on it and play some games with some of the lovely, lovely Cultaholic regulars who bother me and bring up what they liked and disliked about the podcast. It's great. It's instant customer feedback. It's so amazing.
I watched a clip of your reaction to my rap on Twitch, and it felt very meta.
You watched the reaction of...
Someone showed me you
someone showed
reacting
that?
to my... Yeah. It was very nice.
Some of the
thank you.
things these people clip out.
It was complimentary, so thank you.
I had this week with Andrew's girlfriend who was in his Twitch chat going, boo Ross.
I thought it was about the
And I
punishment video.
saw it. I sent a screen cap to Andrew saying, I see everything.
It's intergalactic beef. Girlfriends are getting involved.
She wants to have an intergender tag team match against me and Kayla. You know where to find me. Joanna.
he's mentioned my name.
Mentioned a government name.
And we know that American wrestlers hate that sort of thing. You've mentioned my wife's name. Keep her out of your mouth.
Yes.
Joanne.
Oh, he's done it again.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they've
Don't
not
be
gone.
like Ross. Don't put people's names in your mouths. Put them on your keyboard and go to patreon.com/cultaholic or mailback@cultaholic.com.
And who produced this week's podcast, Maffew?
Oh, Christ. I have them right here. Don't have them memorized because that would be weird. They are the lovely people on Patreon. Where's my Slack app gone? There it is. Who donate to be a producer. Come on, phone. Don't fail me now. 27%. We love them so much that we have to endorse them. Load, damn you.
Is it not loaded? Yeah.
It is taking forever. They are, of course, the unforgettable Mark Leslie, Reno2200, and Noah Anderson. Wait for it. Anderson.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much.
If you want to be a podcast producer and get podcast producer credits.
That's right.
That's the right thing. Like those people there, you can go to patreon.com/cultaholic, find the right tier. I'm not sure which one it is. Sign up for that tier, and then he'll try and read your name.
Just like that.
Try and read your name.
That's right. I did. Did my very best. But now, at the lengthy end of that lengthy podcast, it's time for us to say goodbye. And look at the screen, and the count of three, do that very famous catchphrase that we all know and love, which is, of course, 1, 2, 3. Do the drop!
What do droplets? What do droplets?
Do the drop!
Yeah.
I'm an elite hunter.
Do droplets. What do droplets? Yeah.
Do the